She was just there for the season.
Turn me up in the mic check one. How my levels?
Can't hear you. We can't hear you. No.
Is my mic on?
Yeah.
About time they got the guard up. You hear me? This guard level.
Oh, damn, my bad.
You see how he doing us
Look
today?
Damn.
God damn.
It's the alcohol sitting in already. Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 132.
Goddamn me.
132.
God level. God level thinking. God level patience.
132.
God level health. God level movement. God level hustle. Goddamn me.
See, we ain't even got to the intros yet, man. But y'all here, man. OT is in the building.
I don't pot. I just be talking my shit.
You heard the man. Goddamn me. And I second that.
Yeah, man, I third it. I am D Trille. See, this is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. How y'all boys doing on this glorious night?
Excellent, man. Excellent.
I feel good, baby. Y'all know what I got in my cup, that incredible guy. You know.
Look at you. You good?
Yeah, nah, I had to get me situated. This boy done took us back to 1819, man. People used to drink this incredible Hulk and get in fights outside.
Goddamn me.
Fights at the dice game, all type of shit. You understand me? But look here, man, we back to it. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
We go to.
We good?
Yeah, we go to. Trust me.
All right. Yeah, man. Kenny T couldn't make it with us this evening, man. He finally had to take his Kawhi day off. Yeah, bro had to work, man. He gonna be back as soon as he can. Y'all already know, man. But it's gonna be a hell of an episode today. We got some things to discuss. Man, where do we start here?
We start everywhere. You got
What we got?
Well, I kind of want to start on marriage, right? Because last part, we started at a very somber note, if I'll say so myself, man. But we're going to start on marriage today. Recently, my boy Ocho Cinco, man, was on Shannon Sharpe's podcast.
Oh, man.
Club Shay Shay. And they was discussing marriage. And, Shannon Sharpe's thoughts on marriage. So we're going to play this, man, because, as we know, Ocho just proposed to my girl Sherelle, man, and, they engaged, and, it's time.
Big
time
ups.
to get married. So, first off, salute to bro. Let me get that around of applause. I love seeing beautiful stuff like that happen, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, so they was on the pod and they was discussing marriage, and, Ocho asked, Shannon what his thoughts was on marriage. I'm gonna play it. We're gonna get y'all response.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Bro.
You don't need these women out here. You be by yourself and build for your future and your legacy. And
Get to the bag, man. Bag chasing. The bag.
Nah, my mans. And hey, man, y'all know I mess with Shannon, man. Legend.
Facts.
Cold hard legend. You hear me?
The
And I like the principles that he stand on from what I done seen from him. You know what I'm saying? But taking it from a regular man, like that's he's in the super 1%, like 0.5% of men type shit. Right. Now that we take it down to regular men, like, you know what I'm saying? Just above average man, let me say that, because everybody want them above average man. Take it to above average man, above average woman. You heard what he regretted. You know what I'm saying? He regretted not being a great father. That can also go to you women. Regret not being a great mother because you chasing the bag. That don't mean you ain't got the skill. It's just your attention is somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want his family that he chose to make to live a second like he grew up. So in a sense, he was there financially for his kid. I think he got one daughter or something like that.
Yeah, or two.
2 daughters, 1 daughter, something like that.
Something like that.
You know what I'm saying? But he was there financially for his kid. But in a sense, he's saying, I wasn't there enough physically. You know what I'm saying? To show him things, to teach him things and all these type of things until they was old enough to actually come along with me. So please don't make all this damn money. And we see it all the time. I'm independent. I can do all this. I can do all that. That this person needs to be making this. This is a man that's making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And now he's talking about, I just want somebody to share it with. You You know what I'm saying? He about to be 55. He ain't say nothing about they had to make some money, they had to be doing something. He just saying simply, man, I'm doing all this, but I ain't got nobody to share it with. Is it worth it? That's the part he didn't say. Is it worth me doing all this if I'm just gonna be here alone accumulating all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Because in a sense, he didn't made it to the point to where, oh, this shit already made me feel good and my kids feel good and my kids are solidified and all these type of things. You know what I'm saying? But in a sense, I'm alone. I said it on the live, that money can't hug you. That success can't give you that love that you really need. You know, the success can validate you on what your goals was, but it can't love you. It ain't going to be next to you in your deathbed. Somebody else is going to take on that road of success that you have built. Or the powers that be going to give it to somebody else to carry the torch. That's just how you are replaceable in the success game. That's just how this shit works. People die every day. Doesn't mean music stopped. Doesn't mean basketball stopped. Doesn't mean people that's doctors stopped. It don't work like that. Somebody else just step up just as good to step in your place, and then they dreams are fulfilled. Right? So if we're going to talk legacy, true legacy, and building this shit for real, is at the end of the day, when you done with it all or you didn't reach your plateau of what you think it should be, you're going to look around and see who really there with you. And if you ain't got no partner that you really, really love with you, or they love you too, you're going to look at it different. And you can tell in my boy voice, he look at it different now. You know, I'm making all this shit. I got a big house, nice cars, got a great career, and I'm a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? I'm nationally known. My people, my people know I'm a real person. Don't try me at the Laker game. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try me. Like that type of man. And now he's at the point of where I ain't got nobody to share this with. That's a big void and regret of not slowing his life down just a tad bit to have that person come along. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, if he can trade it all and have it all at the same time while somebody next to him, seeing him do it, that love him to death and all that shit there, I guarantee you now he would go back and have it done. Because he realized that part of him is important. That part of it all, being a man or being a family person and building your shit. And same thing with a woman. Now y'all getting that bread, you building your shit. That part is very important when you get older. Hey, when you young, you're not thinking about that. And when you young, I ain't worried about this. When you get a little older, you will. You get a little older and you done been out a couple times. You tired of going out and you done bought all the fly whips and you got the nice crib and all that type of shit there. You're going to be like, damn, I need me a man. Or damn, I need me a woman. So that's all my dog was saying, man. So I sent that to the guys. When I seen that, I just thought that was powerful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree, man. Just context, before I ask Cole to dive in here, man, is, he grew up with his grandma. Single story flat, hole in the roof, no running water in it. I think he said it was 10 of them in there, in a 2-bedroom. So those are the circumstances, not having new shoes, not having new clothes. Everything was hand-me-down. Everything was passed down. So it's just, when they had to use the bathroom, they had to go in the woods. Football was all he, felt like he could do. He said he wasn't smart in school. He wasn't good in school. When it rained, water was pouring in through the roof because they had holes in the roof to where he could lay in his bed at night and look at the stars in the sky every night. That's the circumstances that he come from. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask, what does that do to a man coming from those circumstances in terms of how much he prioritizes getting to the bag in comparison to finding a life partner? What does that do to a man?
Man, it just makes you pretty much one-track minded. Like you have an end goal in mind, and that's to be successful. Again, like he said, he wants to get his family out, his grandmother, and take care of his people and all that stuff. So I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent anybody from going back to those type of circumstances. And so a lot of men, operate like that. And whenever we're talking to women, a lot of times too, I actually just kind of had this thought whenever that, you sent the video, it's pretty much what we be telling women. Because we've seen a lot of men end up in that exact situation. And the stats prove it. They saying men are lonelier than ever now and stuff like that, but that's been that way. Yeah. A lot of us knew guys playing in the streets young, whether it was they want to be a player or they focus on their career or anything like that. Those men that was one-track minded and kind of had a certain goal, you saw how they ended up later on in life. When they getting sick, who taking care of them? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a person to sign off on the wheel, or when things fall down, you don't have nobody that just it automatically goes to. It goes to the county or the government, whatever, because you ain't got your shit in order.
Right.
You ain't got nobody to take care of you like that. So when you getting older, you really start to realize it. Like, people start falling off, people start dying, people move away, and it ain't that circle, that party life or that constant need of just excitement all the time. When as you get older, you want to slow down, you want to start building. And, like you said, when you come home at night or, holidays, like we talk about the holidays all the time, how we don't really care about them because you got to do this, do that. But at the end of the day, you do love to see and want to make somebody happy, especially when that's your significant other. And then you have a family and, so all that plays a part. And I know a lot of people would love to do that. And yes, you don't need a wife to do all that to still make yourself happy and make those around you happy. I understand that part. But at the end of the day, I think most people want somebody, even if it's not their wife, they want a significant other, a plus one that they can, bring to dinner, random nights, or I just feel like cuddling tonight. But it's not just a random person. It's actually somebody that I care about and I want to be with. So, yeah, that speaks to a lot of men, especially coming up in an environment that's against them. I'm just going to wheel my way to the finish line. And, if I lose you on the way, I lose you on the way. But I know that results are going to come with my mindset. So I think it's hard. And, come a time you either got to kind of throttle down a little bit or just be like Shannon and you have to live with your results, because I feel, is it like he probably in that position is like, I know he don't regret anything at all,
hell no.
But it's still, I didn't have that.
But I guarantee you, if he could change it,
he would just add that.
He would add that. He wouldn't change nothing as far as the progression of what he had, but he would add that significant other next to him.
But see, here's the only issue with that, right? Because he said it out of his own mouth. You got to have a woman that's willing to come in there and be okay with being second priority. That's hard to find. And just like he said, he ran into women who said it. Oh, yeah, of course I'll come in. Oh, no, I understand.
Because she's seen the money. She's seen the life. You get what I'm saying? But when it got down to it, to actually be that family woman and hold it down and all that type of shit, let's just face it, bro. The life LeBron lived, most women can't be in Savannah's position.
Of course not.
Even outside of his practice,
you get what I'm saying?
His workout regimen, he got to get stretched out. He got to get, treatment.
Film study, nutritionist.
That's women, a job outside of the
women
practice.
Want that type of man, but you don't understand what it requires from you.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So with them women saying that, yeah, they understand like what they getting, like what they're gaining. They gain the stability and all these type of things, like the nice shit and all that. But on the back end, in a sense, you don't get him in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Because he's working hard. And
you got to shoulder majority of the family load.
Yeah.
Which is why when these players get to these Hall of Fame ceremony, hey, man, I just want to thank my wife. Whether they together or divorced. Hey, I want to thank my wife. Or, hey, Janice, my ex-wife. I appreciate everything you did. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't able to be the father that he said it out of his own mouth. I wasn't able to be the father that I wanted to be. I wasn't able to be the husband that I wanted to be. But you held everything together, and I appreciate you. Even though we didn't make it to the finish line, I appreciate how my kids turned out because, to be honest, they turned out that way because of you.
Because of you.
And that's why I admire people like Braun, CP,
Steph,
Father Scale. You know what I'm saying? Because they take time. Even when they balling, as soon as they off, they go into their kids' games. You know what I'm saying? They spending time with them. It may not be a lot, but they filling that time in where they can instead of not doing nothing at all.
I appreciate the regular dudes too. That's
Facts.
You know what I'm saying, that's running around here,
Facts,
working 60 hours, still showing up to their kids' game on recitals and the parent teacher conference meetings and all in their work clothes.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Man, they ain't even been home to eat, take no bath, nothing. Man came right off of work, picked the kid up. You know what I'm saying? Went right to handling business with the kid. Like, that's devotion.
And there's plenty of fathers doing that.
You get what I'm saying?
was doing that.
Yeah,
My pops used to come to all my games in his work uniform.
You know what I'm saying? That's noble. That's goddamn. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to show these kids. Not only can you work hard, but I'm gonna be here too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I gotta sacrifice, in a sense, you do have to sacrifice. I can go home. What you gonna tell me if I go home and get some rest because I'm tired? Yeah, I can do that and cop out. But at the same time, I got a kid that don't give a damn about what I do for a living. All they worried about is you there. Can you show up for this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, my kid's smart. Can you show up to this? It's a lot of shit that going on. And now women are in the same bracket of that. Like, you're coming into the same bracket of that. Y'all getting y'all careers together. Y'all getting degrees and all that. And these jobs are requiring more from you. So y'all going to have to make a decision too. So that's how I see this shit going. You know what I'm saying? But this man here that you just heard, my man Shannon Sharpe, just expressed it out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, he was saying, if I can go back, I would have that woman next to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My loved one next to me. Because right now, it's hard for him. It's hard for him. He's just multi-million-dollar man on the dating scene.
Name a public figure, name everywhere. Like, I mean, it's hard to distinguish who there for you and who ain't. You damn near got to date somebody that's already in your field already.
You gonna have to.
That's just honest. But you know, I mean, this is the thing that I agree with everything y'all said 100%. But just the part that I hate most about this is that a lot of us are put into these situations to where we're forced to choose. This man did not control. He couldn't control growing up in a house, a two-room shack with 10 people living in there, not having no clothes.
He didn't make that choice.
He didn't have that. He was born into that. So it's like, these are my circumstances. So now I got to work my ass off to get out of this, to just be in a place of just comfortability. Now, he took it further. He went to the league, became a millionaire, all that. But it's a lot of dudes that come from similar scenarios that bust their ass just to get to a place of comfortability. And in the process of that, you sacrifice those relationships. Because don't get me wrong, like I said, women will ride with you, women will support you, women will do all of those things, but it is extremely hard to be in a relationship that you are essentially in by yourself. Because that's what it is. If you're not familiar with the routine of a football player, I just played college ball, and that routine was enough to almost break my relationship. So I couldn't even imagine NFL. It's a totally different ball game. This is film session. This is weight room. This is nutritionist. This is stretching. This is training. This is watching film. Meeting when I'm at home, when I'm supposed to be kicking it with you, but we playing this team on Sunday. I got to watch film every time I'm at home.
And that's just the game side of it. That ain't the business side of it with your agent.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Your sponsorships,
this endorsement deal,
all these type of things, stuff that you're obligated to be in public about. It's a lot of shit that go on in their life.
Yeah. So in the process of that, you got to have a woman that's uber understanding. And that's why you got to give credit to a Savannah James. You got to give credit to Aisha Curry and people like that who done stood by their man, and not only stood by him, but stepped up and had an active role in their careers.
And man, I want to give kudos to the men right now that's working their ass off. Whether you a truck driver and all that type of shit there, whatever the fuck you doing, and you the only one working, or you know what I'm saying, like you the primary breadwinner, and you know you have to be gone for your life to function, for your wife and your kids' life to function. That's a hard thing to swallow too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to work your ass off. You have to work them 86-hour weeks every week, 72 to 86 hours a week, just so y'all can have shit, make it together and all that. Bro, I commend them type of brothers.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because you are noble. Like, you could have been walked away from this shit and just go ahead and said, forget it all, I'm going to have a regular life and all that. To me, that's more, you know, because when you got a talent, bro, you know what I'm saying, and you get paid for that talent, in a sense, the moment most people in a lifetime only making $4 million in a life.
Yeah, throughout their life.
Yeah, through their life. So if you got you a talent that gets you $10-20 million, in a sense, if you budget it right, man, you can live off that for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I commend the men that's on a smaller scale of that, that's busting their tail and putting their kids in a real nice neighborhood, and they coming from the trenches, they coming from nothing, they coming from the mud. You know, I commend all the people, all the women, all the men that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like that is commendable, bro. And I understand you got to sacrifice something. Something has to suffer when you in that position, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I can't blame you for that. Because everybody not born in prosperity. Like he was just saying with Shannon Sharpe, a 2-bedroom household, and it was 10 of them. You know, and he ain't the only family in that neighborhood that's like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's just them and then there's a bunch of prosperity people around them. It don't work like that. It's other people up the block living like that. You know what I'm saying? There's other people in that whole neighborhood and school district that's living like that. You get what I'm saying? So for the few that do make it out and change their mindset on what they want and actually go take the risk, you know what I'm saying? And take and that shit's scary when you don't know, when you going out to these bigger cities and you going out to where you don't know, foreign land. That shit is scary and unknown to most people. You get what I'm saying? And I commend people that just take the leap and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it happen regardless. And then they make it happen. But in the process of that, you're stuck in your mind of, I'm not going back to that. Right. Mm-hmm. So that makes you relentless. That makes you think about, I got to get this money. I got to find a way. And then when you get a kid, you got to imagine in his position where he was growing from. And now I got a kid. My kid will never live like I grew up. So if that's me not being there, so be it. And that's how he looked at it. Can you blame him?
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, Smooth. Speak to like everything that you lose on the way to that. So this is what I think a lot of people don't understand. Just people be looking at successful people just in general, whether it's the truck driver who done made it out the hood and got themselves in the suburb or NFL player or whatever.
You're going to lose everything.
Yeah.
You're going to lose a lot. You're going to lose things you thought especially people that you thought was just day one partners or day one sisters and all this type of shit. You're going to lose them. Because you got to realize most people coming from your same city or from your same section of the city, they are small-minded. Even if they in a big city, most people don't move 10 miles from where they live, from where they grew up at. Yeah. Most people never do that. So that makes you weak in a sense because you know I got cushion. If something happen, I can go to mom's or grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm in financial trouble, I can call mom's, I can call pop. They gonna put a little something on it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, man, that come from them trenches and they become truck drivers or, you know what I'm saying, CEOs of businesses or goddamn managers or some shit that they making some real money and they can afford to get themselves in the suburbs and all that type. Bro, it come with a lot of sacrifice, first off. It come with changing your mindset. Yo, people looking at you crazy because you didn't change your mindset. It takes you moving away because you got to get away from the noise because everybody going to be asking you for something. You know what I'm saying? It also come with you sacrificing time with your family. Why? Because you thinking about what's awaiting you on the back end if you do fail. And you ain't going back to that. That's just how it works. And women blame, well, I ain't gonna say the women, but the other side, because they got men that blame the woman too. So let me not say it that way. But you can meet a partner and they'll try to guilt trip you into slowing your life down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they want a family, they want this and that, but they don't understand where you come from. They don't understand your outlook on this shit. They don't understand what your bloodline for generations has had and no one else has risen up to change this shit. And you the first. So you got to get somebody that understand, you know what I'm saying, what you facing and how you looking at things. That's why back in the day when you seen a bunch of women that especially the good families. Now, I ain't talking about the terrible family. You seen a bunch of women that did everything that the dad couldn't do because he was busting his ass. Mm-hmm. And they made the children understand, hey, your daddy is working his ass off for y'all. He's not doing it for himself because if he was doing it for himself, he'll leave the situation. So that's what you lose, man. You lose a lot. You lose a lot of valuable time with your family. Being the first, because somebody got to fall on the sword.
That's it.
Somebody got to. And in order to fall on the sword, you lose a lot of shit to build the foundation for the next generation.
That's real. That's real. And I say, man, somewhere along the line, you got to find a balance. You know, and that's what I want you to speak to is like, how do you find that balance? Now that you done escaped that, now that you live in the life you want to live, how do you get over the fears of not going back? How do you okay, I know I'm out here doing this, I'm trying to get this money, but I need to make time for my family. How do you find that balance to do that?
Man, the easiest way, in my opinion, is simply just to find somebody that understands where you're going and how you're going to do it.
There we go.
Because without that, it makes the whole process difficult. I can't force you to understand if you're not trying to understand, and also you got to give props to the people who, taking the step back and understand that they're going to be second place for a little bit. You really got to give it up to them because that's super unselfish. That shows that they're a team player. They have some humbleness about themselves, and that's somebody that you want to have in your corner.
And they know what the goal is.
But without that, man, it makes it hard. It really does, and clouds your judgment. So you gotta just stand firm in who you are, stand on your square, and say, hey, this is my goal, and this is what I'm going to reach. And like Smooth say all the time, if you're not trying to get on this train, baby, you can get off at the next stop.
Hey.
And shit.
I can throw you off wise move.
Your choice. This motherfucker gonna keep going.
If I could have did a couple things over, I would have, like me playing football. That was one thing that I should have done.
Yeah.
But shit, I ain't gonna lie, at the time I had a little girlfriend, and so I chose to stay out here and seeing what I could do instead of going away, because I could have went to like Abilene. That shit was far too.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about family, I'm thinking about, so instead of just pursuing my thing and just trying it out, I was like, let me just hang around because it's far, but it's not too far.
Can I stop you there? Can I stop you right there? That's what trip a lot of us up.
All the time. Yes, sir.
I'm worried about my people behind me. But you're not straight. You get what I'm saying? And that's the majority thing. I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about the situation that you just said.
Right.
That's the majority. Like, you got to get yourself straight. So if that means, goddamn, you got to be the one to where the family hates you so the rest of y'all behind you could be what you want, what everybody should be prospering to be, then so be it. You get what I'm saying?
You got to bet on yourself.
Because you got to realize they not going to treat your kids funny. They only going to treat you funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they going to understand the wrath you going to bring if something happen to your kids or your kids feel slighted in a way. Plus, on top of that, your people kids benefit from your kids because they kids gonna be at your house, they kids gonna be at the function, they kids gonna be able to soak up game. Goddamn me, if you got a business or you in a great career and all, they kids gonna be able to leech on to y'all and make something out they self. It's a lot of shit that can happen for the next generation. To where I take them bullets from the people that's with me already. I ain't tripping on that. But I have to be the first. But a lot of people get stuck on, damn, I got family. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I don't want to move away. Oh, damn, I got that good job off over there. But I got my grandmother. I got my moms over here. How I look at it is, man, they ain't already lived. They made their decisions. They made their decisions, bro. You got a life to live. I know plenty of people living with their grandmother right now, man, at our age, living with their moms right now and taking care of their moms and all that type of stuff, or don't want to move away for better opportunities,
right?
Because they want to take care of their moms. They got family around. The rest of your family bleeding because of that. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell people, man, chase yours. Goddamn me, chase whatever your shit, your purpose is, whatever you feel like you need to be chasing. Chase that unapologetically, bro.
Especially while you're young.
Yeah, while you young.
Especially while you're young.
You know what I'm saying? Go chase that shit down, bro. Because you got to realize everybody got to die, bro. Your moms, your grandfather, your kids, everybody got to face that ground one day. And you don't want to be on your deathbed saying that I do enough. It's my name felt in my family enough. You get what I'm saying? Because I know when me and my wife one day leave this world, I know my name is going to be cemented in my family.
Yeah.
They're going to talk about Matthew Dunbar forever. He was the one. You get what I'm saying? When they talk about my wife's name, you know what I'm saying? They're going to say she was the one. And that's what I'm doing this shit for. I'm not doing it over for you to be forgotten, because let's just face it. You know what I'm saying? Your uncles, your grandfather, everybody can look at their family. Most of them gonna be forgotten when they hit the ground. Even your grandmother and your grandfather. Only the successful ones are looked at, are revered in the bloodline. Shit, my great grandfather used to own this. You know how people be talking. My great grandfather handed down this. My great grandmother had this. Like that's how I want my people to remember me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to just gloss over my name like, oh, he wasn't nobody. Let me keep it pushing. We ain't doing that.
And people gotta understand,
and that's
too,
where my hustle at.
like that, and it shit, and it may come later. It may come 5 years from now. It may come 10 years from now. But you have to start it, and you have to set a foundation. You have to make mistakes. You got to take L's. That's the only way you're gonna get ahead.
Yeah.
You can't just start it when you're 40 and then expect a good outcome.
Right.
You know, so if you can try early, fail a lot, like that's the best thing to do, fail a lot. And that way you know what you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
It's easier to build from there.
Yeah, and then on top of that, when you do go win for real, you can bring it back to the team. But initially, they not going to know what you're doing. They not, to be honest with you, a lot of them not going to agree with what your movement, especially if you got to move the way to do it, or you got to go a different route of doing it and all that type of shit. That most of them around you grew up with, your family members that ain't never did it, they going to look at you funny. But when you go to be successful and you goddamn did it how you supposed to do it, and they start acknowledging you, that's when you can give them the game.
Right. It is.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when a lot of people said this shit wasn't gonna work. Look where we at.
I swear. I told
now
my mom.
everybody in my DM like, hey, boy, I see you.
I remember I told my mom, I said, Mama, I hit her one day just randomly, and I was just super excited. And I was like, Mom, I think I found my purpose. And she was like, what is it? She all excited too. And I was like, I want to help people in their relationships. And she was like, she wasn't expecting that answer. Right? You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I just feel like that's my calling, is to try to bridge this gap between us, because it's a clear misunderstanding. And once we get back united, like, we're going to just take over. We really going to take over like we should.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to get these marriage rates back up like they were in the 40s and the 50s. That's why I'm trying to get back to with us, not the 27% that we at.
Right.
Like, it's terrible. So,
And that's because we need to be getting married younger.
You gotta put this shit together, man. However it look, again, everybody's situation is gonna look different. It is. But you gotta take the chance and not, be so scared. And shit, just develop within yourself. You gotta love yourself first. If you don't love yourself, you're not gonna be able to love somebody else.
Thanks.
And you constantly pouring your trauma and past experiences on somebody else. You can't do that when you're in a relationship. You gotta really focus on yourself, love yourself first. And then it'll work in your relationship, hopefully.
But yeah, I really remember when people were saying this shit wasn't gonna work. This shit wasn't gonna be what it's supposed to be. This shit.
Where we at?
You get what I'm saying? Now them same people, and I ain't gonna call y'all out. I ain't no mark like that.
I still got screenshots. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm ready. I'm waiting.
I ain't no mark.
I'm waiting for that one day.
But I understand what y'all was saying, and I get it. It's fear. It's y'all fear. I get it. But I ain't been scared of nothing for a long time. Long time.
Some of it was our fault too, though. We was kind of pushing the button early
I hear
on.
you, but you still got to find yourself. But I knew.
They weren't trying to listen to the message either.
Yeah. We was going to find the niche. We was going, you know what I'm saying? It was going to work. We just had to find it. Just like with anything. You don't know you're going to be a star athlete until you find the skill. You know what I'm saying? That you great in. You just don't know. Like, you don't know you're going to be that top doctor until you got your hands together. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that you're gonna be that top politician until you got your mouthpiece and your processing it through your speech together. You don't know all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit take practice. So I knew we was gonna have that together, man. So people gonna doubt you on your journey. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta listen to none of that. None of that. And those same people that was doubting you, when you get on your journey and you start making it work, you start putting them pieces together, they going to come right next to you and say, hey, boy, all right, girl, I see you. I'm proud of you. Or they going to be like, oh, how can I get it done? How can I do this? How can I do that? You ain't got to be shysty in that moment. Don't be shysty. Give them the game. Because it was, in a sense, it was everything that they ever was taught and they know was speaking for them. Because most people only know fear. And what I mean by fear is most people only know they circle of life, right? And for you to break that circle,
Terrifying.
that's terrifying. You know You get what I'm saying? But when they see somebody that they know that came from that circle, then broke it and found success in another pond, another circle, then that's when they get to break in a circle to come to you and ask you, hey, how do I thrive in the same way or in a similar manner?
Right.
So that's what I think we need to do.
Well said, fellas. All right, man. Yeah, Owen referenced something earlier, man, about having a woman by your side to kind of enable the situation to go through the way it's supposed to go through in a smooth, seamless fashion. We got another clip to play by, master investor, man, the man himself, Ian Dunlap, speaking to
Shout out to bro.
Having a woman that's, tapped into your movement, man, tapped into your journey and where it is that you're trying to go. We're going to play this clip, man. I'm going to get y'all take on what he had to say.
She not going to believe until somebody recognize you that she believes in.
That's what a heart. Yeah,
That's real shit.
A fact.
That's a real shit.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I done, seen it with my own eyes, man. Like, and people don't understand like how much having somebody like that anchors you down. Mm-hmm. Because getting that negative speak all the time, that ain't gonna make it. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? It's just like gamers and stuff now on YouTube. They've been told all their life, get off that game. Go live some life. Go do this. Now that gamer is making triple your salary. So again, man, it's all about believing in what it is that you got going. But, most importantly, when you got you a dope-ass woman around you.
Or a dope-ass man.
Or a dope-ass man who is familiar with the process and actually believes and actually supports, even if they have no familiarity with the process, but they just trust in you.
Yes, it.
Hey,
They
wow.
believe in you. And I picked you for a reason. I see great things in your future, and I'm going to stand beside you because I know that you're going to figure it out. That type of belief, that type of reassurance can like make you feel godly in chasing what it is that you're chasing. But if you get in the reverse, that could hinder you from chasing what it is you chase. Because if you get enough of that type of speak in your ear, eventually you start believing it subconsciously and you start moving that way. So now it's like, okay, I'm not going to do this little interview, man, because I might not be ready for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing it all day long. I'm wasting my time. And this is a big platform. I don't want to go embarrass myself. Or, this type, whatever situation may come up, you begin to doubt yourself. Mm-hmm. When you got somebody in your corner that believes in you and they, hell yeah, go out there and do that. Show them who you are. Like, like that type of, you get to, okay, well, shit, I am somebody. Hold on right quick. Let me go out here. You know what I mean? So again, having that reassurance, having that foundation, it's everything. It's everything. So I agree with bro 1,000%.
Bro, I had that at 21. 21 years old when I got married. I seen shit in my wife she didn't even know she had. Matter of fact, I seen shit in my wife that she didn't that wasn't even there yet, but I knew in time we could bring it out.
Yeah.
Y'all see how we live. I gotta contribute over half of that to my wife. You know what I'm saying? So that is true, man. All day. Like if your woman next to you or your man next to you don't believe in you, fuck what you're doing. Just don't believe in you as a person. You gonna figure it out. You gonna put this shit together and you gonna bring it home to the team.
Oh.
You need to get rid of them.
ASAP.
Because they ain't gonna never believe in you unless somebody that they feel is valid say, hey, I believe in this person.
And
or validate you in front of them.
And the wild part, not even cut you off, is even in that situation, they still don't believe in you. They believe in that person.
That's the real shit. That you're right. You're totally right.
Crazy.
They don't believe in you. They believe in that person's judgment of you.
I was gonna take it to another angle.
What?
Because sometimes they don't even believe in themselves.
That's real.
Because like I was thinking, like you just said, you saw stuff in your wife that she didn't see in herself, and you can see that in your partner, and you may try to push them, but they have just like they lack confidence, or they just lack ambition, like whatever it is, and like I see you can do it, you capable of doing it, but it's like you regressing.
See, ambition and confidence is something you can't instill in a person. Right? If they don't have that, whatever your efforts is futile. They're going to always just be in that bubble until they get that up. But if they have the confidence and they have the will and like, in my opinion, if your partner ain't got no ego, bro, my wife ain't got no ego, I don't want to deal with you. Because that tells me you don't see yourself in a way. You know what I'm saying? Outside of me, you don't see yourself in a way. I need you to see yourself as somebody out here, with or without me. I need to see that ego on you at times.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because that tells me you got hustle and you got belief in you. You got, I'm gonna put this shit together regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, you may not know what it is, but you see yourself in the way of being somewhere. I'm this person. I'm this. You get what I'm saying? So that is important, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think ego is a bad thing. Nah, ego for real is how you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, people use it in bad ways, just like they use everything else in bad ways. But egos can be used in a good way. I use my ego to boost me. You know what I'm saying? I use my anger to fuel my hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I can have that leak out on the surface and be knocking niggas off and robbing motherfuckers and all that. But no, I don't do that. I use my anger and things that I feel and what people say and how people think of me and that feeling I get around niggas that just don't believe that I'm really him for real. I use that as fuel and then I go make it happen. And you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta respect it. So it is vital for somebody that's next to you, bro, your partner, to believe in you. Fuck what you doing for a living. Just believe in you that you gonna put it together. Yeah. Even if they don't understand it.
Right.
Yep.
I believe in you. As long as you understand that I believe in you, go get that shit. Walk that shit down.
And that there is everything, man. But you know, it's kind of hard, you know, for that type of situation to unfold based on the point that he brought up. And I want O to speak on that aspect of it, the competition aspect. You know, it's hard to propel your partner and support your partner. When in the back of your mind, you thinking, I don't want them to do better than me. So, I want you to speak to that aspect, like the competition, and how important is it to have somebody that's not competing with you?
I think, especially today, in some aspects, coming from, as a man, you know, dating women, of course, like when you start leveling up, I guess sometimes they feel that they don't have as much access to you or maybe control over you as they did before. So let's say, you know, you really start getting a little money. You know, you go from, I don't know, just throwing a number out there, you go from $1,300 a check, so now you're at $2,000 a check. You know, now she may feel, even though she had some type of control over you off of income, now when you start separating yourself a little bit more, and then she's looking at you like, oh, you think you could do this, or you think now you got a little more say-so, or so things can make you uncomfortable to where she try to drag you down. So
same thing with the man, though.
Yeah, facts. But as far as the competition aspect, man, it's I don't know. Today is different. Today is really different. But I see it as a good way, because a man that's confident, like if a woman elevates herself and she gets a promotion on her job, I know you've been busting your butt, you've been working hard, you haven't been calling in, and you get rewarded for that. And so if you make it more than me, baby, that's congrats. What? We celebrating. Let's do something.
Right.
This is coming to the house. This is one pot. If you win, I win.
Yep.
If I win, our kids win, our family win, because they all gonna be able to benefit some kind of way eventually off of this. And so that's gonna add more fuel to my, you know what I'm saying, my tank. So now I gotta elevate more. Because it's like, okay, so if baby doing this and we have all these pieces going on, then I should be able to step my stuff up too and do the same. And so the competition should be healthy. Like I said before, I see competition as a good thing, you know, and people see competition and they think it's bad, but I think it's healthy when done the right way. I shouldn't be competing with you, trying to drag you down like you an opposing teammate.
Right.
Like my competition is, in a sense, like I just love going to sport because it's easy to go to. But if let's say me and B, the best two basketball players on the team, if we're constantly competing against each other, that's going to bring the best out of us. If we're going to get somebody like Matt, now player. Now if you're going against G League people and you're in the NBA, like how is that going to really elevate your game? You know, the best of the best is going to bring it out of you. They can hoop, but the best of the best is going to bring it out of you.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? You know what I'm thinking about with what we talking about with what you just said and all that? Like, I feel like what I'm seeing in our society right now, people start elevating and all that shit, they forget how important that other side that's not elevating like you is. Because in a sense, they allow you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they can also be a selfish person and be like, hey, fuck this shit. I don't want to be with you no more. Now you got to adjust your whole life, especially if you got kids involved. Especially if y'all got kids. Yeah, you was making 150. Now you can't work as hard as you want to work. Now you can't work all them overtime hours because y'all not in the same household no more.
Yeah, you got to figure it out.
You get what I'm saying? You got to find a different way to make it revolve. So what we not saying about it is like most couples not making the same, like not making 100 together. If somebody's making 150 or and all that shit, they 90, and your partner is only making 40 or 50,000, understand their role is totally different and just as vital as your. Matter of fact, their role might be just as important as your role. Because they making that 40, 50, but they giving the rest of their time to the kids, to the family. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Man or female. They showing up to meetings and, you know what I'm saying, all the teaching them and doing the homework with them and reading with them. And all the things you cannot do because you're the breadwinner. Right. You're at work a lot. Because most people that's making the hundreds and the 80s, the 90s, 100,000, 200, they work relentlessly. You get what I'm saying? They at work, even if they got a corporate job, they may be at home on the computer working. You 70 hours, 80 hours in a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got that time to give up, to give to the kids, and your partner is. But you'll get to looking at it from a money standpoint and not looking at it for how your world revolves around everything. What you really doing it for. People get that. People forget about that part. Why am I working this damn hard? I'm working this hard because I got other people around me that need me to work this hard, and my partner don't need to work this hard because they make the function of this shit run. Right. I'm only the money. I'm only one thing. Even though you're important, the money is important. You know what I'm saying? But in the grand scale of it all, your kids don't give a fuck about their money. You know what I'm saying? When they growing up and other kids is having their families and all that shit around and all that shit, and none of y'all can be there, how you think they gonna view y'all? That's my biggest thing. Like, I want my son to view me as, hey, my pop was there. No matter what money I was making. Or my mom's was there. No matter what money she was making. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the time and the lessons that my kid needs to get from me and understanding this life and what you making that money, you done made mistakes. Whether you making a lot of money or not, you making a lot of mistakes because you don't know. Most of us are new to real money, especially in the black community. We are new to real money, like life-changing, generational money.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And your kid needs to understand that with me working 70 hours a week and not being here, that's not the way. I have to do it to make sure your life is good, to make sure you get the tools. You grow up in a good school district and all this type of things. You grow up around the judges, the lawyers, the doctors, and all that type of shit to find a different way to hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to understand. Like, yeah, you making that bread, but you need to also understand everything else around you, whether it's your husband or your wife, either side is just as important as that money. Because if one fades, your whole life change. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you lose that money, the life change. If your husband or your wife step away from you and say, I don't want to be here no more, your life change. If your kids start going crazy because both of y'all not there, your life change. So y'all need to understand, like, how your whole circle works around you, what your world really look like. Right. You know what I'm saying? And every position is just as important, and you need to reassure every position. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So please don't ever feel like you just the big, and we in our community we get that mixed up just because I'm the breadwinner, I'm the big dog. That ain't how that shit work.
Everybody play a role, man.
Everybody play the role.
And I want to add more thing to that, Smooth. Like, also, I think people have to understand too that we are one.
We're one.
We are coming together as one. Even before you get married, if you moving in under this household and our plan is to get married, we are one. Your finances are my finances are yours. That also means you have to be responsible with what you're doing. I have to be responsible because if I do something reckless, that affects the whole house.
That affects everything.
So people have to understand and also have the uncomfortable conversations. If you fucked up and did something that you wasn't supposed to do or did something on accident, have an extra charge here, had to pay some debt off that you just didn't know about, have that conversation.
Yeah, and
have
on top
that
of
conversation.
The recklessness, say you want to be reckless, you want to go do something reckless, you want to take a risk to see if something can happen. Instead of you doing, especially if you're the breadwinner, instead of you just doing it because I make the bread. I'm gonna get you, man. Talk it over with your partner.
Right.
They may be cool with you taking the risk. All right, cool. If shit get tight, we good. We can eat noodles. We ain't tripping. But if you just make the decision and shit get tight, what you think your other side gonna tell
Right.
you?
Yeah. People just want to know.
You know
at
what I'm
the end
saying?
of the day.
Your other side ain't gonna be
day.
riding because I know they love you, but they ain't gonna be riding because you made the decision by yourself and now we all suffering and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because you felt like it was gonna be a win. Well, I understand all that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So please include your partner in important decisions that could possibly affect y'all circle.
It affects you, man. Like I just love sports analogies because it plays a vital role and it's easy to translate into relationships. If we all have assignments on defense and I do something I'm not supposed to do, that affects him and it affects everybody.
Right.
Now I done gave up a touchdown because we supposed to be in man and I'm in zone.
Yeah, and you can be the star.
And
you
I'm
can be the star.
But I messed up my assignment, which messed up everybody else.
Exactly.
I done gave a big play.
Exactly.
And now it's ball game. That was for the game. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has to do their job in a relationship.
And no one wins alone.
But do your job. It takes a team, man.
Yeah, that's why I say all the time, man, relationships have always been 50-50. Always, from day one.
Some kind of way.
The only and it's not a financial thing. That's what a lot of people get misunderstood. When they hear 50-50, they immediately go to finances. 50-50 from an effort perspective. It's always been that way. If one person is out there making the money, the other person taking care of the crib, raising the kids, getting clothes ready, cooking, making sure bills is paid, creating that infrastructure for that person who out there making the money to come home to. It hasn't changed. The only difference today is that a lot of things are more expensive, so most people are out there working. Or both people are out there working, right? So now the household's duties and things of that nature got to be divvied up. But regardless, it's going to be a 50-50 thing from an effort perspective. And that right there is what's most important. Everybody got a role, man. We is one. And that be the problem. People be so caught up in comparison in terms of, especially before they meet the person or in the dating stage. It's like, oh, nah, you got to make this amount because I'm bringing this, I'm bringing that, so they got to do that. But the difference is that they don't cut it off when they get into a relationship. That mindset just follows them right into the relationship. So when they get into the relationship, and let's say they do meet somebody that's making similar to what they make, but one person start elevating, and that person's head immediately, just like Smooth said, they're going to think to, well, okay, well, what are you doing though? I jumped up 50,000 in my salary. You still down there? Hold on, this ain't gonna work. Gross. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, if that person's still down there and they willing to pick up the other aspects of what make this relationship work, then they are just as valuable as you are. But that's the difference with people who think in team and people who think in me
Matter of fact,
and
they're
them.
more valuable.
Right.
They're more valuable.
Even more, yep.
Yeah.
They're more valuable than you making their money. Why? Because they are the reason matter of fact, you're working because of them.
Right.
You're working that hard because of what your circle goddamn is. Your kids, your wife and all that shit. Or your husband and your kids and all that shit. Right? If you remove one of the essences, that's
everything
gonna
fall
fuck
apart.
with you. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Everything fall apart.
If you remove or you goddamn misusing one side of it, it's gonna destroy you.
So I said, just like a car, bro. It's like it's hundreds of parts on a car. Hundreds. And they all run seamlessly, but take that carburetor out. Take that transmission out.
Shit gonna be fucked up.
It's gonna run a little different. You understand me? So again, you gotta appreciate
it. Might start up.
Might start up. But it's gonna run a little different.
But that 100 miles you was going, don't go over 30 there.
If pulley fall off.
It's real, man.
If that pulley fall off, it ain't moving.
You ain't going nowhere.
It ain't moving,
yeah. So, and that's what make leaders, if we're gonna be honest. Because leaders have that awareness to know that everybody's important. And this is why everybody shouldn't be put in the leadership position, even in their own relationship. Because to be in that leadership position, you got to know everybody's role is important. And you got to not only know that, but you got to feed them the reassurance that they're what they giving is important. A lot of people don't do that as well. They'll be in a situation like that to where I'm making a lot of money, you not, and now I'm belittling you for it, whether it's a woman or a man. I'm belittling you for your contribution. So now this person feel less than nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to reassure them, hey, what you providing to me is valuable and I appreciate you. Getting that message across is everything. That's going to make them want to go above and beyond in the position that they already in and maybe want to take on even more to make your life easy and to elevate us as a family, because that's the goal at the end of the day. So, you know, again, communication is very, very, very important, which brings us to our next topic, man. There was a guy on a pod, man, and he was speaking on how his communication is with his woman. And, you know, I'm going to play this clip, get y'all take on what he had to say.
To me, when a woman yells, it's out of frustration. But she knows she can yell at you. What does that say about you? Women don't have to yell at me to deliver what they need to deliver to me. They don't have to yell at me because I don't have to yell at them. They don't feel attacked. They don't feel aggressed. They know that I'm coming from a place of peace, coming from a place of love and respect. Therefore, I'm going to get it back. But I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
So being a aggressive person made me understand the difference between the reactions that I get, the understandings that I get, how easy it is versus it being so difficult. People think relationships and things are difficult because they're too busy yelling. It's too much energy. But when you're at peace, you can speak from a loving place, an understanding place. Everything is simple.
I love it, man. Come on.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I used to be super angry because I used to be hella aggressive. And I didn't get nearly the response that I get from where I'm at now.
Gotta take that music out. Gotta take that music out.
We're gonna flag the hell out of us. Pardon me, man. Salute to Brian White. And I think this podcast is called Indelibly Marked, man. Salute to them boys.
Okay.
But yeah, he's speaking on, you know, something that's extremely important, man. And I think, you know, it takes a lot of men a long time to get to that point to where, hey, man, I'm peaceful and I'm settled in my role, in my position, and I'm just riding. And, you know, again, like using sports analogies, this is a perfect one, right? When you put that work in and whatever it is that you're doing, basketball player, you putting up all your jumpers, you know, you practicing getting to your spots, coming off screen, catching shoots, going to the hole, all of these things. When you do those things so many times and the repetition gets to a certain point, the game slows down. And this is what a lot of, you know, coaches speak on. You ask anybody who ever balled, once you done got to you know what I'm saying, you done got put all that work in, the game slows down, meaning it becomes easier. And that's what he's speaking to. But a lot of people don't even put enough work in for the game to slow down in reference to their relationships. Like we just spoke about competition. So busy competing with this person. And, hey, how much you making? What are you bringing to the table? How are you treating me? I'm not getting this. I'm not getting that. You so busy clashing, so busy yelling, so busy when a lot of these issues can be solved in a simple, laid back conversation.
Yep.
But people got so much ego. And that's what he's speaking to. He's at a place to where, hey, man, ego is irrelevant in this relationship. I love you. You love me. We not going nowhere. Let's figure this out. This is what my issue is with you. What are your issues with me? Is it fixable? Let's fix it. If not, let's go our separate ways. We don't have to yell. We don't have to throw furniture. Police don't have to be called. None of that's necessary when you hit that point of just maturity. And that's what he's speaking to. So I just want to get y'all thoughts on, like, what does it take to get to that point?
That's self-work. That's self-work. You just can't let things bother you. You really can't. But not only that, you just got to be confident to know for the most part, no matter how the situation goes, I'm going to control the situation by, one, controlling myself.
Right.
So if I can control myself, then I should be able to maintain a situation how I want it to go. I take similar to when we on lives. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. As much as y'all be wrong a lot of times, I say my piece.
Y'all be wrong.
A lot of times. I say my piece. You know, I may have one thing I'm going to go back on you against. After that, I'm chilling. There's no need to raise my voice with you. I'm not about to get disrespectful with you because why? I don't see the point. Like, you are strong and, you know, in your opinion, you're not going to change it. My job is not to change your mind. I just want some understanding. Whenever I'm having a conversation, I just want some understanding. We don't have to agree, you know, all the time. And I'm not necessarily asking you for you to agree. But however the situation plays out, hey, if you didn't like what I did, this is what I was doing, or this was my intentions behind what I did. So can you at least see that, you know, aspect? So I reacted to X situation because of this. But I'm not about to yelling and fussing, and no. I had my moments of that. And I was similar. I still was never a big argumentative person, but I still, you know, I may meet you there, here and there. But for the most part now, it's like, man, I'm good. There's too much energy.
Yeah.
You getting me out of my comfort zone now. Now you got my heart racing. You got me like questioning shit. Do I need to be here?
Man, I'm out.
If this, you know, at this instance, how many times you gonna do this?
Right.
I plan to be with you 30 years.
Yeah.
Do I want to go through this all the time?
In year 3.
You know? So, yeah, man, we should just have a civilized conversation. You might be upset, cool. But there's a way to go about it without yelling at me and calling me out my name, slamming doors. And that shit isn't, but no.
When
I'm not
somebody
that,
yelling
I'm not
at you
that
for
mad.
real, your partner that you done been with for a while yelling at you, they don't respect you, bro. Or lady, they don't respect you. And I'm big on my respect. I demand my respect because I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give respect to everybody. So on the back end, I'm demanding mine, and I need mine.
I need my
You know what I'm saying?
friend.
That's just how it's gonna work. You get what I'm saying? So if they yelling at you for real, like really yelling at you in a disrespectful way, where you taking it as a sign of disrespect for real, they know you taking it as disrespect. They can feel that in the air, bro. They don't respect you, whoever that is, man or woman. They don't respect you, and you need to have a conversation with them to get that understood. You know what I'm saying? To have y'all in the right place, so you need to let that go.
Something playing.
So he right though. But to get to that point, you know what I'm saying, the way you unbothered, it take a lot for adults or people that's adult minded, because they got some kids out here that just think they're adults. It take drastic shit to happen in your life for you to change your mind or something. You know what I'm saying? It takes something drastic, not you bumping your head. It takes something drastic for you to change your life for the better, or change the way you handle people for the better. And if that person that's never got that, it ain't gonna work. Trust me. So please get this shit together. And if you're doing that to your partner right now, check yourself.
Yeah. You gotta wait for something to happen.
Especially if you love this person to death and all that type of shit, but you handling them, you know what I'm saying, you handling them in a way that you wouldn't allow somebody else to handle them.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Why would you handle them like that when you wouldn't allow nobody else to handle them like that? Because I wish somebody would holler at my wife in front of me. That's gonna be penitentiary chances. That's just how it's gonna work with me. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you talking to my wife or my son with respect and all that type of shit, even if you do have a disagreement, I ain't gonna step in at all. Y'all having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But the moment you get out of line and you start going crazy and all this, like you hands in the face, big dog got to step up now.
Come on, man.
I got a reputation to maintain. I got people depending on me. You get what I'm saying? My name is more important.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, please, man, if you handling your man or your woman in that type of manner that you wouldn't let nobody else handle them, bro, why is you even handling them like that? So I would say fix that. And I know there's a lot of people watching that do that.
Yeah.
That do that shit. Just check yourself, man. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta address the shit. Just look yourself in the mirror. Go have you a little Starbucks coffee. You know what I'm saying? And chill. Talk to yourself and get that shit under control. If you love them like that. Now, if you don't love them, man, step away from that. But if you love them like that and you don't want to risk losing them, bro, never handle them in the way you would never let nobody else handle them.
I agree, man. I think like the biggest hurdle in regard to that is people get so caught up in being right that they forget we on the same team.
All the time. Come on.
We on the same team. We working for the same goal. And if somebody's not, then they shouldn't be in the situation. But I'm talking about the people that's invested, the people that's trying to stay together. We on the same team. Being right is not more important than us being on the same page. And that's what I think he's speaking to. He's gotten to that point to where I don't care about being right.
Nope.
I don't care about winning arguments. I don't care about any of that. I'm going to tell you how I feel. You tell me how you feel, and we can do with that information as we may. But we're not going to be in each other's face yelling, pointing fingers, getting physical, furniture moving. None of that. Because it's not necessary. Nope. And if anything, it's going to prolong us from getting to the goal that we're trying to reach.
Mm-hmm. And nobody going to feel heard either.
Nobody going to feel heard. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, that just got to hit you, man. Like, would you rather be right? Or would you rather y'all keep progressing to the goal that y'all trying to reach? It's really that simple. And when you step away from it and remove all the emotion and remove all of the, high level energy and just think to yourself, damn, we on the same team. This not necessary. And I think once that hits you, then you go about the relationship different. You start moving in a different way. But like I said, so many people come into the relationship competing with each other that they find it very hard to break that habit. And the competing with each other turns toxic, turns malicious. And, oftentimes kids done been had and assets done been attained between us and this, that, and the third. So now it's really toxic and it's really messy. So, yeah, leave that competition shit at the door. We on the same page. You elevate, we elevate.
That's it.
I elevate, we elevate.
That's it.
That's the mindset. And if it's anything outside of that, wrap that up. You go your way, I go mine. Salute to you, no hard feelings.
Because some people just don't deserve to be in winning positions.
Facts.
And that's horrible to say. But some people just don't deserve it. Not at that moment. Not for their whole life now. But at that moment, they just don't deserve to sit in that position.
Right. Good, man. On that note, we're going to get into quick hits.
What you looking over at my drink for?
I want to get a refill. Because you still got a full cup from
Boy, you is crazy as hell, boy. That boy crazy as hell,
Mine
boy.
empty, though.
Babysitting
Mine empty.
somebody got to
Bro,
drink
I
the liquor.
filled mine up to the brim. Ask him before we even cut the cameras on.
I didn't see it.
I'm on my second.
Did you put it on the camera?
Man.
Did you put it on the camera? I need verification. All right, man. We back, man. A little intermission. But let's have a little fun.
All right.
Reese was a woman. Speaking on OnlyFans, they was having a conversation about this, and
She
one was
popping it,
basically
huh?
saying, "Hey, my OnlyFans, it's not necessarily who I am."
It's a piece of you, huh? It's a piece of you, huh?
Play the clip.
I feel you.
I want to have a little discussion about OnlyFans. Do you think men shouldn't take you serious if you have one?
It's hard to be okay with another man appreciating your woman in that intimate way that you appreciate them. So I can understand where a man would be not okay with it. However, my job doesn't make me who I am. It's what I do for money.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Just because I'm selling my body online and like doing this to make money at the same time, like that's what fucking football players are doing. They're getting hurt. They're getting injured. They're selling their body for entertainment. It's not traditional. It's socially acceptable now, but it's still becoming more acceptable as time progresses. But at the same time, like I said, my job doesn't make me who I am. I'm still a good woman. Regardless of what you see me doing online, I'm still gonna cook, I'm still gonna clean, I'm gonna fuck, I can be respectable with your parents. We can talk about religion, we can talk about politics. Like, I'm not dumb. Like, it's a lot to it. My job doesn't make me a certain type of way.
Absolutely.
And I feel like stereotypes are too attached to the sex industry.
Absolutely.
And things get misconstrued a lot.
People just think we are just big fucking dummies.
Like we're like demons or something.
You guys think we're evil, but like you said, my job is that's not who I am. I'm intelligent. I can have a conversation with you. I can love you. I can pour love into you. I could give you motivation. I can give you inspiration. I could make you a better man.
Exactly.
And after I make you a better man, make me a better woman. I want to have a little discussion about OnlyFans.
Hey, with her putting it like that, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta look at it different. She right.
What?
Explain further.
Your profession doesn't make you who you are. There's plenty of people
does.
out here. There's plenty of people out here that's great at whatever the hell they do for a living, but they don't love it. They just there because I'm good at it. And I
Give me
know
an
I can't be
example.
fired.
Give me an example.
Like that.
Huh?
Give me an example similar to that. Look. Your OnlyFans, that's a profession.
Now that is a profession.
That's a profession she chose.
No.
So give me something similar.
Look. Let me.
I can't wait to
Let me
hear
clarify. Let me clarify that now. Let me clarify that with my standards.
Because you capping for
I
it.
couldn't date her.
You can't.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
You capping for
Don't
it.
do that.
But I'm not
Don't do that.
capping for it. But I understand the philosophy about what she's saying, behind what she's saying. She's saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do for a living.
Which is what?
Which is OnlyFans. Now, I don't know. I never seen
But
Only. You know what I'm saying?
Under the OnlyFans, they
guidelines
typically doing
of,
what?
Of selling her body, right? Now selling your body could be, now if she just a person that play with toys and all that type of shit,
But it's still nudity.
it's nudity.
Okay.
But it's different. Man, we all know, just like when we go to a strip club or something.
Yes,
you know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
They
It's
got
a different-
topless. They got some. They got some
it's
clothes
different
on.
levels of nudity.
But guess what?
Right?
Nudity is nudity, right?
Hey,
a stripper is a
It's
stripper, and a
different
hoe
levels
go
to it.
be
You-
a
hey,
hoe.
Hold on.
Damn, why you gotta bring
Hey,
the hoe?
it's different
bring the hoe
levels.
into
Hey,
it.
it's different levels of ball playing too. Everybody in the league. But are you great? Are you good? Are you an average player? It's different levels to that too. So I get the philosophy.
You in the league. You
I get-
classified as an athlete.
I get the philosophy.
Athlete with an F.
I get the philosophy in totality. Right? And they got people that go to school to be doctors. And all of them doctors.
Okay.
What type of doctor are you?
Okay.
But just
outside-
questions, just quick. I don't mean to cut y'all off. Why wouldn't you date her?
Huh?
Given that information, why wouldn't you date her?
Me, this is me. My morals just won't let me do it.
So that's my point.
That's it.
That's our point.
That's it.
And you are nowhere near alone in that thought process.
Hey,
and
that
that's
is
the
true.
issue.
But they have other men that's not alone in the, I would date that woman. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now the boundaries, like if I was a man that would date that type of woman, I would have boundaries on it. Like if you had other dudes in there, no, I'm not dating you. Right? If I
But
didn't
why?
care,
If it's just a job.
if I didn't care,
It's not
that's
who you
different.
are.
That's different.
It's
How
your
is that
profession.
different? It's a profession.
I'm saying, in my opinion, now it's different levels to this. They got dudes out there that wouldn't care that
get
she's
them, we get them,
smashing.
we get them.
No, they got dudes out there they got porn stars out here that are married.
Of course.
Yeah. You get what I'm
But
saying?
typically the other porn stars.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Typically somebody that understands
they
the
do
process.
have men out here that aren't porn stars. They know what that girl do. She a porn star. She getting that bread.
But
You
he
get what I'm saying?
but he won too, so he understands the end.
More time.
All of them not married to him though.
More times
More
than
times
not.
than not. But
Okay.
they have some men out here.
my God.
So,
There you go.
so why?
Some men out here.
Why do you feel like that is?
Huh?
Why do you feel like that discrepancy is the way it is?
That's just how it is. Bro.
All right, Tupac. That's just the way it is.
Hey, that's real shit. Hey, I don't want to lie about that.
You
bro.
ain't Tupac.
That's just how it is. No, it ain't just how it is.
Hey,
It
that's how it
ain't.
is, bro.
Because the difference is, and I'll explain it to you, since you don't want to just admit to it.
Is a snitch a snitch? Huh? Or does D change?
It depends on what he told on.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Hey, it
ain't doing
depends
that.
on what he told on.
We ain't doing that.
I'm just keeping it in the video.
Is Gunna a snitch?
Huh?
Is Gunna a
He
snitch?
a snitch, yes. But if Gunna would have told on some shit like, hey man, that boy killed my cousin or killed my brother, is he really a snitch?
He is.
Nah, that nigga killed my brother.
But you claim to be a rolling 60. You cannot go in there and speak on murders.
Okay, look. You right.
That's all I'm saying.
You are right, because he with the program.
Correct.
But if he not with the program,
Then he ain't no snitch.
Same thing with them dudes that we talking about. If they not with, if they on the level of, man, I don't care what my girl do for a living, I'm a supporter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even if she an OnlyFans model, even if she do that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what she do for a living. That ain't her life.
I'll tell you what though. This is why I don't buy that's not who you are. Right? Because just because you're good at it and you may hate the job, but it was something that drew you to that position. It was something that drew you to that field. There was some type of interest. Like, say, like, I'm not interested in archaeology, right? You would not catch me working in anything dealing with rocks.
But you're not good
things of
at
that
it,
nature. No, who knows? I never tried it. I could be great at it, but I don't have an interest in that, so I'm never going to even look that way.
But that's different.
No,
But you look this way.
You gotta
went
have an
this
interest
way.
in it to go do it.
So you might have felt like, okay, I'm just fine, or I'm
don't.
just sexy, or I know how to throw
Look.
my ass. All these things.
No,
Some led
fool.
you there.
No, fool.
Because
No,
they
fool.
have people in this world where they families push them to be whatever the hell they are. That don't mean that they like it. They family just like in previous parts, you was like some families they don't want to pay for shit unless you going for
Right,
like
stems.
the STEM shit.
right.
But they kid, that person may not like that shit. They might want to go do something else that's outside of that.
And
That's true.
But
And
just
they do it.
because no, just because
They
they,
didn't wanna
know
do it, they
I'm gonna be
wouldn't go
cut
do
off
it.
on the money, I have to go do this STEM shit.
But the thing is this, though. The thing is this. To do something like OnlyFans, that is an option. Nobody's pushing you to that.
Correct.
So that's the difference.
That
if we're
is
talking
real.
about a professional field, you 1,000% right.
That's a professional
you gotta
field at
have
this
a
point.
different mindset. You gotta have a different mindset. Say, you know what? I'm about to go.
That's a
naked online.
professional field.
That is not
At
no
this
professional
point,
field.
you know what I'm saying? Because if you getting the OnlyFans and the girl playing with the toy and she only hitting the tip, you ain't gonna subscribe to that. But if she putting the whole 9 inch in her throat, you gonna subscribe. That's a skill.
You're right, but what I'm saying is that's not a professional field. Just because you are skilled at it, there's a lot of skilled drug dealers out here. But that's not a professional field. We're not gonna do that.
Hey, man,
but all
hey.
I'm saying is you had the option.
Hey.
And you went completely left. And again, I'm not knocking you for doing it. I'm not. But for the only thing that I'm arguing is the point that, hey, my job is not me. That is not true in a field in which you have to go beyond the outside of the system
field that
to
you
go
knew
get into.
that nobody pushed you to. You chose that.
You chose that.
Okay, I feel that.
So it got to be something
that's
in
right.
you
That is right.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
That is you. But they do have. I'm just saying they have men out here that wouldn't care.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, you're right.
But
You're right.
those type of women, that's especially she sound like she making that money on.
Mm-hmm.
She not even looking at them men. So the men that she want wouldn't even take her serious.
I think them men just be having some type of fetish too, though. They just be horny, sexual. I don't know.
Nah, bro,
I'm just curious.
Nah, they got men out here that wouldn't know what she do. Like say like if she was just a woman that only did OnlyFans and she hid her life when she went to go like she went on dating apps and
Right.
You know they asked her what she did and she said some.
I'm
other
saying
shit
when they
just to
found
try
out.
but when they found
I'm curious to know what goes in their head, the guys.
yeah,
I know.
Guys, what
But
goes
it's
to y'all
some men-
head when y'all like, oh, cool.
I know.
Cool.
Because again, it's a lot of men out here that value sex highly.
over
Right. So-
money, over structure, over.
So you are skilled in that aspect that I love to death. Don't get me wrong, every man loves sex, but it's certain men that it's just like, hey, I'm willing to sacrifice the fact that she don't know how to cook. She may not be a great mother, whatever, but she is nasty. She pleases me
And sacrifice
in the
how I
bedroom,
look.
and she's attractive, right? So you have both of these things working. It's a lot of dudes out here, especially if they got money and they are established and they ain't tripping. They just want to have that fine ass freak on their arm that I can just tap into whenever I feel like it. That's the thought process.
Yeah, for real.
You got your own personal porn star at the crib, man.
For real.
That's skilled. She does this for a living, clearly. She putting out 10, 15, 20 videos a week.
So it's like having your own personal chef.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's
So
literally
It's like
it.
having a chef
A
at home.
highly trained
Hey,
motherfucker. A lot of people can cook, but a chef is a highly trained motherfucker in here whipping up.
So you praying and hoping when you bring her to them business functions that nobody in there.
That nobody has seen them.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
no.
she might bring you extra business at them functions.
Yeah.
But that's because Smooth, I spoke on this before too. That's if she know how to flip that switch and you know what I'm saying, be able to work the room in that type of scenario. Because again, that man typically, and a lot of men who are cool with that, they run in the same circles. So if I bring her in there, she bad as hell, and you know, familiar with the OnlyFans. Hey, she got a friend, she got somebody. She may be able to land you a business deal with somebody who recognize her.
Yeah.
So it can play in your favor.
It can go both ways,
It
but
can play in your
to
favor.
date that type of woman, for real, you would have to, bro.
Except what come with that.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got to accept what comes with the whole game of that.
But
I'm not built for that.
This is another thing, though, which again, speaking to, because I'm thinking about this as we talking about it. We active on social media and going out different places like that. A lot of these old men don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't go out to play. I go to work, I go home, and if I travel, it's in another place, another country, another city, whatever. So it's rare that I'm gonna run into somebody that makes me feel awkward about being with this woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Compared to us, we at camp or something. Hey, I made you you know what I mean? It's a little different.
Yeah.
Compared to an older man, professional, got bread out the ass. He doing what he want to do. First class flights, different things. He don't give a damn about nobody else's opinion. I'm in the bag. I'm rich.
Yeah.
And I ain't even around the riffraff that would give me pushback.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not built for it.
Yeah,
ain't
most
for
regular
me.
men not gonna be
It ain't for me.
built for that.
I agree.
It's just, you know what I'm saying, if she do catch her a older cat with some bread or a nigga with some bread, is they out the way enough for it not to affect them?
Simple and plain.
Most men just not gonna be comfortable, man. I mean, you literally selling yourself. I mean,
I ain't knocking what you doing for your hustle, baby.
Ever.
Hey, if
Get
niggas
your
wanna-
bread.
I'm knocking. No,
I'm not kidding.
I'm knocking.
I'm not
Nah,
knocking,
that's
bro.
crazy.
Money at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? This country has stolen money from a lot of
That's
people.
very true.
And we have killed a lot of people for. So I ain't tripping on what you do.
They just gotta.
It's legal.
You just gotta understand. That's
It's just
legal.
Understand.
You gotta be willing to take. People won't agree with the way.
Yeah,
you
people
make
not
money.
gonna accept you. You gotta be okay.
And that's
with
in
that.
all professions. A lot of people don't
And
agree
stand
with
in it.
different things. It's just
Look here, Tupac said something back in the day when he was alive that was very profound, and I have yet to forget it. He said that you cannot knock somebody hustle if you're not willing to put money in their pockets in substitution of it. And that's real. A lot of these women that's doing this OnlyFans, the people, men who have a problem with it or whatever, if you have that big of a problem, create an infrastructure to where I don't have to do it no more.
exactly.
And they'll give it up.
And if you're doing
be
OnlyFans
doing
and
that.
you watch this, you making millions. Man, send your boy 10 stacks just for the love. Just show some love.
Just show a
one
little
day.
love, man.
Men be
Just so you
doing
get
that,
to the
though.
bag.
Hit me like, hey, bro,
Like
I'm
the
sending you
strippers?
10.
Right.
The strippers men be like, why you in here? You got a good head on your shoulders. You smart.
Happens all the
you
time.
in school. Why you in nursing school? I mean, you know, why you not in nursing school? Why
Take
you
me
not-
out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay for it.
I think men will do that.
I agree. So, but and I feel like most of them would be willing to walk away from that happily, unless they just making millions. Like some of them are just making a lot of money
Y'all know
in
somebody
it, and it's
making
like, all right,
millions?
yeah, you
Tell
can't
me,
expect her to
man.
walk away from no millions.
10 man, you hear me? No strings attached, though.
My only thing is, well, I guess
Just not the only thing, but
I guess
go
the
ahead and get it
main
out.
thing, the main problem that I have.
Okay, what's up?
I just feel it's easy, but then it's not.
Is it? That right?
But then it's not.
I say, is it?
But I'm saying it's easy to take your clothes off and post online because
It's not though.
people. Yeah, it is.
That's not easy.
I'm saying okay. Does it take a lot to come to that point to do it? Yes. But I'm saying as far as traction, knowing how men are, the weaknesses that we have, how men spend crazy amounts of money on porn.
Yeah.
So knowing that that's a man's weakness is easier, I guess, to lean into that, to want to do that. Now, it does take a skill to have the right arch, to have the right pose, to have the right, that's still, it's still, I understand it's work and it's art in itself. I get that part. But I'm just saying, just going that route, that's like to me, it's like a desperate action in a sense, because it's like to me, that's something that's like a last resort. Like you couldn't get a job, your credit bad, you don't have a car. Like I feel like a lot of things have to be against you in order for you to go that route, because in the long run, it really don't benefit you like you think it might would.
I'm not sure, man. And
People
this
not
is why
successful doing that though.
But
You get no
again-
retirement, no vacation.
And I agree, but this is what speaks to the point that kind of contradicts what you said initially. You said it's not easy. You said that it's easy. And I can equate it to something that we all familiar with. That's like somebody saying, hey, being a drug dealer is easy. It's not.
Hell no.
It's not. You on a corner all day selling shit. You may make a couple thousand a day. You may make $50, whatever the case may be. But look, here's the translation.
Trust me, it ain't easy.
Because most people, most of these women that make these OnlyFans pages, just because you on there posing naked or whatever, it's women who ain't making no goddamn money doing it.
Facts.
So just because you said it's easy to take your clothes off and get in front of that camera. It's not, because the risk, the probability is you're not going to be making a lot of money doing it. You're going to be doing it for pennies, and you got to worry about the videos getting out, people questioning you. You having trouble getting jobs, holding down all types of people at the job recognize you.
Naked.
All of that is hard. So we can't just say it's easy.
So is it worth it?
It depends on how it turns out for you. Same, just like drugs. That's like, hey, is dealing drugs worth it? No, if you making $200 a week. But yes, if you know what I mean, you able to get up to Meat's level, yeah, it's worth it.
I get what you're saying, but
that's all I'm saying.
It's sex. It's the reason why the porn industry is as high as it is.
Yeah,
like it's very lucrative.
But it takes skill to tap into the money. If I can make
$20,000 showing this thing all day, I would have to have a discussion with my wife.
Exactly,
baby. We can't just pass up on this 20.
And she not gonna do it.
Doing this for us.
And she not gonna do it.
You can be right here on set. I ain't touching. It's just me.
Cause they go, will you step outside? It's the black lacquer.
Hey. That would be the name of the show too. Yeah.
We ain't doing we not doing that, man. Hell no. Look here, man. We gonna keep this thing moving, man. Next situation. Oh my God, it's the black lacquer. Get this nigga out of here.
Hey, y'all know about that one.
That's back for their time, man. That's back for their time.
Wow.
All right, we gonna keep this thing moving, man. We gonna stay on the subject of sex.
Oh man.
Right? Apparently, there's people in marriages, men in marriages, who aren't getting a lot of it. Right? And oftentimes when men say these things, right, be on panels a lot of times, we'll say, hey, man, people get married, man, the sex slow down. You know, man be getting denied and this, that, and the third. And a lot of them be saying, that's not true. Who's doing that? If my man is offering it to me, I'm taking it. And blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that many women is turning it down. And blah, 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 blah. And then something went viral today. There was a guy who, you know, just to be on the safe side, took it upon himself to keep a track record every time he got denied for the sex. We're going to play this clip, man.
I don't blame him.
And then I'm going to get y'all take on how this whole ordeal
was
laid
keeping
out.
tally.
He kept a tally, man.
This man was so upset about the amount of sex he was not getting that he sent his wife a spreadsheet and told her how many times she denied him over a 6-week period. He asked for sex 28 times. He was denied 25. Not good at math, but that's about 10% success rate, which is terrible in any sport and anything. Here's the thing. If you're not sure if you're going to get the draws, you don't ask. You'd be like, probably not my night tonight, and you just be quiet. But he didn't do that. He forged on ahead, and some of her excuses are hilarious. One, I'm watching the show. He put in parentheses a Friends rerun. He's like, you ain't even watching an original episode. You watching a rerun. On a couple of occasions, she said, I feel sweaty and gross. I need a shower. Didn't shower till the next morning. And the fact that she was like, I'd rather be funky than give up that monkey is hilarious to me. The best answer is nonverbal. He just asked for sex, and she was just like,
I'm out.
And he went down and was like, the thing is, sir, did you think sending a spreadsheet was going to help your case? Did you think, oh, I'm gonna let her know how many times she tells me no, and that's gonna be like, oh, he's so romantic. I didn't know I was doing poorly on numbers. I'm gonna send him some coochie via airmail, and it's gonna be all right. Sir, you can't. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Should have never done this. You should just beat your meat. I don't know what to tell you. Instead of making a spreadsheet, should have went and beat your meat. This man was so upset about it.
All right, man. We got a situation. Man felt like he not getting enough sex. Took it upon himself to make a spreadsheet every time he was denied. And this is a very detailed spreadsheet. If y'all watching this on YouTube, then y'all are able to see the spreadsheet in which he's keeping track, and I mean hefty track of the reasoning. He got it separated by date. yes or no for the sex and the excuse. And I'm gonna read some of these excuses.
That's
right?
perfect.
So on June 3rd, he attempted. Hey, I'm just what the man said.
Come on.
On June 3rd, he went to get the sex. She said no, and her excuse was, "I'm watching the show." In parentheses, this was a Friends rerun. Right? Okay. June 4th.
Wow.
He went for the sex. She said no. The excuse was, I feel sweaty and gross. I need a shower. Didn't shower. She didn't shower until the next morning. Right? 2 days later, June 6th, he asked for the sex. She said no. Nonverbal. That means she didn't even give him an excuse. She just said, nah, not right now. 3 days later, June 9th, he tried to get the sex from her. She said no. Her excuse was, I'm exhausted. June 10th, she gave up the ass. Right? So he tried to get it again on June 11th. She said no. I'm still a bit tender from yesterday.
That's because he was trying to make up from before. But whatever.
That's all I'm saying. So, okay, on the 12th, no. Nonverbal again. She didn't even give him an excuse.
Damn.
The 13th, no. I'm trying to watch the movie. In parentheses, she fell asleep 15 minutes later. June 16th, no. I'm too drunk and I ate too much.
Oh, my God.
2 days later, on the 18th.
Ate too much dick.
No. No.
She cheating, bro.
She said, I won't have time to get showered and ready for dinner. We were 20 minutes early to dinner that day.
She's cheating, bro.
She won't even get a quickie with him.
All right. I'm just going to stop reading the dates. I'm just going to finish reading these excuses because it's just a lot of them. I just came back from the gym. I feel gross. She didn't shower until the next morning.
Damn, she nasty. Get out of here.
She did that shit on purpose. She did that shit on purpose.
Say,
Yo.
I have to be up early. You're too drunk. I feel gross. I'm not feeling good. I ate too much.
Again?
I'm sweaty and gross. I'm tired. I might be getting sick. I still don't feel 100%.
No, you can fall sick on this D.
I need a shower. I feel
Fair.
gross. I'm too tired. Simply no. And the last one is I'm watching my show. I don't want to miss my favorite show.
Fam,
cheating,
she
bro.
got the same 4 or 5 in rotation.
She cheating, bro. She cheating
Same
somewhere, and I would
4 or
dip.
5 in rotation.
I would have been dipped. I'd have dipped. I'd have got like 4 of them things. Man, I'm gone. And then you'll blame him for going out and cheating on you.
In the shower? Y'all can't have sex in the shower?
Come on, man. I need that. You hear me? I need that. I'd have ran that shower for. Oh, you dirty? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We in here.
We here.
You know what I'm saying? She'd have been watching the show. She'd have seen all dick across the screen.
Hey, man.
That's what would have been on the TV.
Hey.
What?
Fair.
Man, you better stop playing with me in here.
Fair.
Hey.
And first off, the fact that he got to ask for it all these times.
It's insane.
Bro,
And she
I can
just
see if
said
it was
no.
a circumstance going on,
Hey.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like say if she pregnant or something, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit going on, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got nothing going on. Nothing.
Nathaniel.
Workouts.
Nah, bro.
Workouts.
Nah, bro.
Workouts
She's
is
too
crazy.
sweaty.
Bro.
I'm
After the workout,
trying to work you out
I would think she would want some dick in the shower or something.
I'm just going to smack.
What?
If you ready, without, I thought that's all it took.
Bro. Hey, she cheating, bro.
He's
I swear.
not being romantic enough. It all starts in the morning.
Foreplay. He ain't watching our podcast. And that's the issue. We need you to watch the part. We gave you the full rundown. On how to get it done.
It's his fault.
It's your fault.
your fault.
I wasn't even thinking about that at first. But now that I'm thinking about it, she got valid point, man. She got valid point.
Double them niggas.
He didn't start in the morning.
That's what it is, bro.
He didn't start
All he
in the
said
morning.
was, look, this is what he said. Trying to have sex. No.
Nah, dog.
Trying to have sex.
Or-
I'm tired.
Or he just whipped it out and looked at her.
Bro, I'm sick of these niggas.
You supposed to pull her pants down,
Sick of
do
these niggas,
something.
man.
He tried to go in and drop.
That's what it
The
is.
foreplay starts
What
in
you
the
say,
morning.
she supposed to, what she think about me, she supposed to get wet.
For real.
Keisha down the street. That's what
Keisha gonna say how much time you need to get ready.
Exactly.
I'm on my way right now.
Right now.
When I show up, Keisha.
While I'm driving, she in the shower. What?
That's a fact.
Like, come on.
The door's open.
You know what I'm saying? Smell like Dove in here.
Hey, that's real though on the low.
Like, come on, bro.
Why is it that she always, the women, not all women, but why is it that women tend to turn it up and want to change when they see another woman's interested?
Bro.
And then they want to.
Because she knows she about to lose them.
I think about, what's the name of BMF? They see Charles at the church.
Charles got tired of that bullshit.
You see women acting a little friendly. Now you want to give them a little play.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? You want to step up and kiss him and while you get ready to get on the bus all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Man can't even look at you otherwise. But you know, Denise with the fat ass in the choir taking interest in my dog music, and now that's a problem now. Now you want to be touchy-feely.
Yeah.
Kiss them all in front of her.
That's why my nigga had to smack. But
Start
that's another
down.
conversation. Hey, that nigga sniped.
Bro, see?
He got tired of waiting.
Spoiler alert.
He got tired. My bad. Hey, everybody that ain't see episode 5, man. My bad, man. My dog Charles was wilding.
You know what I'm saying? But
he wasn't on the low.
hey, but, you know what I'm saying? Hey. But niggas be wrong when they go do that, when they step out and go cheat.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Look at this man taking the towel. You know how many men could do this and get these same results, bro? Get these same results.
He's stressing just like you are.
Bro.
That's real, man.
Why you ain't out, bro? The whole month, you asked for sex the whole month of June and got it one time. I'm out, bro.
3 times.
Got it. I'm out, bro.
Out of 28, he got it 3.
Off them excuses?
Yeah, out of
Off
28,
of
he got it.
y'all wasn't even on bad ground. Hell, y'all was going to dinner one of the nights and you still cooking and you had to pay for dinner? Oh, hell no. 2 checks. Can't let you answer my wife.
2 checks
2
for the
checks.
wife. 2 checks for the wife is crazy. That's crazy. But I ain't mad at it.
I hit the waiter with the.
But I ain't mad at it. A whole
Like the
month?
quarterback looking.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
Hey, man, stop playing with me,
What you want me
man.
to do out here?
Is that a relationship or marriage? It was just a relationship?
I don't know. But we going to assume marriage just for the content of this pod.
Bro.
But come on, my nigga. Come on. Is you serious?
And y'all went to dinner and she denied you the quickie?
I'm out, man.
And she had to shower to get dressed? Oh. No.
Listen,
Appreciate
2 checks,
I
man.
just want to.
We'd have got that. She'd have felt mad disrespected. I'd have ended the conversation.
I just want to speak from firsthand. I was in a similar situation,
Uh-oh.
just like that.
Story time.
And she was doing you dirty, huh?
Story time.
I don't
Was
know.
she cheating?
I don't know. I have no clue. I know after the fact.
She was cheating after the fact?
What did your intuition tell you initially?
Initially,
Give
okay, so
me
this
your
was
mindset of the moment.
so well. I also include the reasoning behind some of the stuff that she was saying. So some of it was tired. I'm like, okay, I get you got off work at midnight, 1 o'clock. Okay,
Damn,
sometimes
3.
those would be understandable. But then it's when we go out and have a good time like that, have a date night, we get all dressed up.
Right.
You fall asleep because you had too many drinks. You know.
Yep.
And also, this is the main thing. At one point, she said she wasn't happy with herself. So here, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell that means.
Has she had any kids at the time?
No.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
She said she wasn't happy with herself. So what I did, so I'm like, okay, well, outside of that, I don't see any
Reasoning. Logical.
and I'm, trying to ration it. I'm trying to be understanding and this, all that shit. And I said, fuck all that. I got to get these nuts off. I'm going.
Oh, wait. When you say I'm going,
I'm going out.
what does that mean?
I'm going to Keisha, the freak.
With the OnlyFans.
And I'm going to Tanya, Shanique, All of them.
Delilah,
Keisha,
Brenda,
you know what I'm saying?
Rhonda, Brittany,
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to all of them.
Kiki. I
And
met
now
her
I'm
at
the
the ice
dog.
cream
Now I'm
parlor.
the bad dude.
Now I'm the dog.
Now you trying to wonder where I'm at. It don't matter. You ain't giving me none. You know what I'm
And that's the
saying?
thing. Like a lot of women don't understand, man. Y'all be pushing y'all man into another chick bed, bro. You will have a solid dude like a Charles. You understand me on BMF who ain't tapped into the show, but he working 2-3 jobs trying to pay these bills, man. Coming home, you know what I'm saying? He's still broke, but y'all got a house to live under. He got work 2-3 jobs, bills is paid, things taken care of. You may not be able to live in excess the way you want, but
Right.
things taken care of. And bro can't even get sex in his own crib. He done tried 100 times, and you just, for whatever reason, again, because, you know, your sons are drug dealers and they trying to give you the money. And, you know, Charles, like, I don't want that money in my house. I don't want that contaminating my house. It's his house, right? So you mad at the man and not giving him no sex for months. What you expect this man to do? Like, and then, like I say, Tanya at the church, Delilah with the fat ass up there in the choir, she throwing it at bro. Now all of a sudden you trying to be, now you trying to get mad. You
Good,
trying
wholesome Christian woman.
so again, so it's like, damn, you don't. And she is a wholesome Christian woman, but it's
That
like
be the ones right there. No, man.
No, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
But that's real. But that right there happens a lot, and we can take that into real life. It's a lot of dudes be in relationships doing their thing. These dudes faithful, solid, keeping it G, taking care of you, taking care of kids that ain't theirs. All type of situations.
No, brother,
and you
doing it right
making
now.
you making 1,000,001 excuses as to why this man can't get the ass. But the second you go through his phone, see a chick name in there, or a second you go on his ground, see a chick commenting a bit too wild, you want to catch attitude. So what is the issue? Do you not want the man to just have sex at all?
Or you
What is it?
want to
What's-
spice it up just a little bit and then die down again.
Right.
Come on, baby.
It's like, bro, like at the end of the day, like everybody go through stuff. And this is what I think a lot of women don't understand. They be acting like they're the only ones that's dealing with shit. Men dealing with shit outside all day long. You think it's easy to go out there and work that job and take care of you and kids that ain't mine?
Or even all the kids and you.
All the kids and you making sure that
Being the
this
leader of the
family is above water?
household. Bro.
That's stress. But even still, we still find ways to be romantic. We still find ways to be attentive. We still find ways to
He
give
got
you
that
what it
gift
is
on
that you want.
Valentine's Day. He got that gift on your birthday. Got them flowers on your birthday. Christmas coming around. He making sure the kids is straight. He make sure you straight. School year come around. He got to get the kids shoes and clothes and all this type of shit. You may be helping, but
Dance
he the leader of
recitals,
that. Exactly.
games.
You know what I'm
Outside
saying?
of the
Paying
other
for all
shit that she's already complaining about.
and you may be helping. Exactly. That's
man.
outside of all that.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? That is shit that he knows, that any man knows, or any woman that, even if you the breadwinner, you know, like, I'm obligated to do, bro. So sex, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is free, baby. Sex is free. Some niggas do pay for it, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no. But when you're dealing with a woman, most men get sex for free.
We want the ass.
You can't
God
get it
damn.
from his own damn wife.
From my own
And
woman.
I can't
That's
get it
it.
from my own woman. What you got with me for what? For what?
To check off a box on our checklist.
You know what I'm saying? Or you
Let's call it what it is.
come on, man.
Let's call it what it is.
Sometimes I think too is
And then you mad that he step out on you? Come on, man.
Sometimes
You
I-
blame him. Oh, you a bad man.
I can't believe it'd be the shock for me. That shit that just catch me off guard. How could you? How
what
could you? This man got a whole track record list.
You know what I'm saying?
Of how could he?
When Keisha down the street, she just want to smell me in the presence.
My man shooting 10 for 10 down the street.
You know what I'm saying?
What O say? 3 times in 28 days with you. 10 for 10 down the street with Keisha. Which odds sound better to you?
You know what I'm saying? Where you think I'm going? Where you think my time going?
Which odds sound better?
Because, hey, eventually, that man is going to get up and leave. Now your odds is terrible now, because now you looking to clingo. Now you are forced to come off some ass to the next man.
And again, it would be different if y'all beefing. It would be different if that man ain't taking care of his business in the house. It'd be different. It would be different.
Boy, if they beefing for 28 days, boy.
But that ain't the case. That man is doing what he's supposed to do. Y'all are on good terms. And he still can't get no ass. So what do you expect that man to do? Because the wild part is that even if he leave you, he wrong.
Even if, bro.
Oh, he gave up on his family.
fam.
Come on, bro.
That's how I used to get looked at.
Bro.
You gonna leave her because she's not? Yes.
You gonna leave me because I ain't giving you no sex?
Yes.
What, you just want me to pay your bills? You trying to be sponsored? You're not my child.
You getting everything that you want.
That's
Literally.
why niggas be in strip clubs and niggas be on the
telling
porn
you.
sites.
Yeah.
Because these women out here not taking care of their man.
That man can't even get head on the regular. Damn, you don't want to give him no ass. Give him some head on the regular.
And the thing is, I don't even blame the women. I blame y'all homies. Because when y'all go to the group chat with this bullshit, they be encouraging y'all like y'all doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. That's what the fucked up. Because let's just keep it real. Most women don't think for themselves, right? Let's call it what it is. They go to the group chat. Girl, he doing this. He asking for this, but he don't understand what I'm going through. And they in the chat. You right, girl. You don't have to give him nothing. He ain't obligated to. Da-da-da. These women are single as hell with no husband, no nigga taking care of them, doing what they supposed to do. None of that. You got everything at the crib.
No type of partnership.
You don't want for a damn thing. That man makes it happen. Everything that you want, everything the kids want is gotten. Rain, sleet, snow, don't feel good, sick, whatever, is getting done. He at work making that bread, bringing that bread to the crib, making sure everything's taken care of. And all he's asking for is a couple of pieces of ass.
Nigga even
Shout out
take
to my
care
boy
of you
Shako.
in these days.
Couple pieces.
A couple of pieces of chicken. Shout out to my boy Shako.
The man
Y'all
even
ain't
take
tapped
care of
in.
you in debt with his life insurance policy.
Come on, man.
And you mean to tell me you couldn't give him give him the ass that he deserved?
Reciprocity. And again, which is why I asked, in his situation, did she have kids? She having kids, postpartum, things of that nature, that's understandable. Mm-hmm. Said she didn't have no kids. Mm-hmm. There is no fucking excuse.
At all.
Or, let me have a side chick. And you can do what you want to do at that point. Because I got another outlet. But for you to be the only outlet and for you to be denying me for petty ass reasons like, I just want to finish my favorite show.
I'm too sweaty, like we ain't got running water in the house.
You know what? You right. Finish that show. Right. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Right back.
I'll be right back.
Fellas, start being blunt with it too. You right.
You right.
I'll be back.
I'll be right back.
Don't give no exclamation with it neither. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Man.
And just dip. Ooh. See how quick that change on you.
You got the other video?
Which one?
With the
send it to me.
ladies in the Middle East? Talking about the men needing to have another woman or something like that. Damn, that would tie in perfect with this one.
Well, it's all good. Well, while O's looking for that, man, we gonna get into this next video. So we talk about like men feelings and lack of concern for our feelings. It's a man that spoke on men not being raised to feel, which is something I feel like we done touched on before. But just hearing his perspective, and this video ain't too long. This video is pretty short, but it's powerful. I'm gonna play it, get y'all take on it.
That music in the background gonna flag us, I'm telling you.
The Eminem?
That Eminem is gonna flag us, boy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, basically, man, dude was saying about how we are raised to suppress, right? Like as a kid, like when you try to express yourself, shut up. Who you talking to? Go in that room. Who the hell you bucking up at? Who the hell you doing this to? And he, that's what he was saying. He's like, because a lot of us are raised by our moms, so it's like it's funny that women want expression from their man, but you don't allow your son to express. You don't allow your kids to express. You see what I'm saying? So you are raising kind of emotionless machines and then complaining about the product of
what's going on in the field.
Right. So, it's crazy, and again, we say it all the time, like men are raised to be emotionless machines. That's just what it is. We ain't supposed to feel nothing. We supposed to keep it pushing. We supposed to keep going. That's a man. You figure it out. You do this, you do that. You know what I'm saying? And what that leads to is a lot of men who, delete themselves.
Yeah.
Which is why, especially in our community, we dominated. I think it's 80% of people deleting themselves is us. And that right there speaks volumes to the type of upbringing and the type of outlets that we don't have to express ourselves. Whether it's in the house with our parents or whether it's in the house with our girl or whether it's at the job amongst the boys, whatever. A lot of us don't feel like, okay, this is a space that I can just express, hey, bro, I'm going through this and I'm down bad right now, bro.
I'm just thinking about that, bro. Just thinking about what you just said with us deleting ourselves and shit. Bro, it ain't a lot of black men to pick from, to be honest with you. And the numbers is dwindling as the years go on. You got people, you got the black people, you got the black, we just talking about the men killing themselves. The one that's going LGBTQ.
One's down in the streets.
The one down in the streets.
Going
the
to
one's
jail.
going to jail for multiple years with no skills and all that type of stuff. Come out and, you know what I'm saying, they forced to take whatever. Women don't want that.
The passport bros going overseas.
You know, we got a generation of that. They like, shit, we going overseas because the women don't want to listen to us and all that. Bro, the numbers is dwindling on black men that women in general, fuck your class, in that sense, fuck your class or where you come from, that they can pick from.
Right.
Like, that is. But I said on the live, the Wednesday, probably might be the thing in the next 10 years for real.
Realistically.
10, 15 years, that might be the norm in our community for real, just to get our numbers up, just to get our camaraderie right. You know what I'm saying? Like, God. And it's treacherous out here, bro. And that we ain't even talk about the ones that do make it out and just feel like, man, I gotta date outside the race to be solidified. You know what I'm saying? Because they got them type of men in our community.
That's true.
That don't even like the black women.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
A lot of them, actually.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot of them.
So.
But we still marry. Like what, 85, 82%, something like that?
88.
Yeah, out of the field.
We still up there though.
Because the field is so small. You know what I'm saying? The field of men that they got to choose from is so small. So of course it's gonna look like all of us are married. But when you actually do the real numbers with the ones that done died, and we just take the ones that turned 18 and all the ones that done died, went to jail, to turn bisexual or gay or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That there's no disrespect, no slight. And the ones that don't like black women as a totality, bro, that number look totally different when you add that in.
Nah, and just to put that number into context, that number is speaking to the people who actually go get married. Mm-hmm. So many people who don't get married at all. True. You see what I'm saying? But they speaking to, the men who go get married 88% of the time is with a black woman. But it's a lot of men who just, hey, man, I ain't getting married. Mm-hmm. Just that, you know what I'm saying? So these are the situations. But, you know, again, I think it stems from upbringing. Yeah. You know, it's a lot of men who've never felt a safe space to communicate any type of vulnerability ever. Whether it's in the household, whatever. They fall, scrape their knee, don't cry, get up, walk it off. Yeah. Or if they, you know what I'm saying, they get talked to bad or they get dealt with bad in the classroom or something, they try to fight this. Now y'all chill, y'all get out. He get in trouble when he get home. Or his mama talking to him crazy, daddy talking to him crazy. He try to say, hey, I don't appreciate it. Whoa, shut up. Who the hell you bucking to? Who the hell you talking to? These are the circumstances that a lot of us grow up in. And so it's like you just talk to suppress, and then you become an adult. And it's like, well, why do you have so much trouble communicating? This is crazy.
Or he just been in a leadership position for so long because he got to take care of his brothers and sisters and shit. By the time he become an adult, he just feel exhausted with the shit. Because he was already in a position of leadership when he wasn't supposed to be.
Right. I agree. Well, okay, man. We're going to get into quick heats. Advice column. Advice column. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Everybody that keep asking us, hey, man, how do we get our questions on the podcast?
New merch.
Yeah, new merch coming soon.
Look what's on them. Look what's on them.
Hey, man.
Think we wasn't going to see it. Look what's on them.
Hey, new merch coming, man. I keep telling y'all boys, man. We go look out for y'all, man. There's new stuff on the way. We just be able to test out the prototype, make sure it's good.
Him and Otis do not have the same color sweater on.
Hey, man. But first and foremost, man, it's from my boys. My boy Antonio, man. Patreon.
Antonio.
Boys ain't scared today. I like it.
No anonymous shit. Goddamn me.
Straight up, man. He say, what's good, brothers? No punk ass shit. It's your brother from NY, Antonio. Hope all is well, man. He said, I wrote in for episode I Work Alone about my wife seeing a combo on my IG with an old 12 a.m. Anyway, things are fine now. It's all good. I played the episode for her, and we both laughed. She says she don't fuck with Kenny and Smooth because they defended me. OT and Trill left me out to dry. Okay, man, we just trying to look out for you, big dog. Y'all back together. We trying to look out for you, big dog. Y'all back together. That's all that matters.
You gotta fight your own fight.
You know what I mean? He say, all seriousness, he say we had a good laugh about it, and now she actually wants to hear what y'all have to say, because y'all represent the male perspective in a way she never understood.
Okay.
He say, sorry if it's so long, but here's my question. Me and my lady go back and forth with maybe hearing it from y'all will make her understand my point. Mm-hmm. So who comes first? The spouse or the children?
Uh-oh, this move right here.
My lady says the kids, and I don't quite agree. I'm the provider. I cover all the bills, take care of the crib, make sure her and our 3 kids are straight. She doesn't seem to understand that, me as a man, father, and provider, I worry about everyone, in all caps. But no one worries about me. Mm-hmm. Some instances, she only worries about the kids. I explain to her that sometimes, not all the time, I feel needed, but not wanted. Example, I plan dates, set up babysitters, her family or mine, not to no strangers, and I get rejected. Always a reason to not go. We have a new baby. My son is 1.5 years old. I understand he needs a lot of attention, and I'm not tripping on that. I never ever want to neglect, but every once in a while I want to get dressed up, take my lady out and show off. Mm-hmm. He said, I got a real one, but she doesn't seem to get my point. Sometimes I get heated. I tell her that sometimes she gets in mom mode and can never get back into wife mode. As a man, I work 3 jobs in all caps.
Shout out to Charles.
Shout out to Charles, man.
Shout out to him.
And my dog Antonio.
Antonio.
Man. Real life example for the 3 jobs. Yeah, you're right. Let's get it right. 3 jobs to make the family work. God damn it. This is grown man behavior right here.
You know what sorry hoes will say though? Well, why don't you just get one job that pay the same as
and get rid of them. She said that shit, get rid of them. But yeah, bro, say I work 3 jobs in all caps. Make about $170,000 between all of them and sleep 4 hours a night. And all I want is to feel appreciated by my wife, and sometimes I don't. I tell her all the time, she is a top tier mother, gold medal mother. My ass couldn't do this parenting stuff without her. So in return, I spoil her. Flowers every Sunday for 2 years without missing a week. Random just because gifts. All that. But when it comes to me trying to get that intimate alone time, it's impossible. Yes, we have 3 kids. It's not easy to go out and have fun all the time. But when we get the opportunity, she still makes excuses to why we can't. The kids this, the kids that. Not gonna lie, it's starting to irk me to where I stopped even trying to have sex. What's y'all take? And keep it real. She gonna hear this. Just remember, I was the loyal crusader first.
Goddamn, she wrong. I got you. She wrong in this one.
Hold on.
God level, yeah.
Hold on. He say, I tell her all the time she the best mother, but she's not just a mother. And I tell her half jokingly, the neglect I get is a reason a lot of women get cheated on. Then be confused on why. Even her homegirls tell her they would kill for a man like me.
We know.
I communicate every issue in a mature way. I communicate every issue in a mature way. No attacks. But I keep falling on deaf ears. So brother just want to get away for a few hours every now and again and spoil my wife because I work hard for this money. And because real talk, she deserves it. God bless y'all. This part has changed my life. That's real shit. Small suggestion. I'm about to cop some merch from y'all. The tan sweater is fire. But I think y'all will make a killing with some items with some catchphrases on them. I would easily cop a shirt, hoodie, or whatever if it said, I'm out.
We didn't do that.
Oh, you got the sound effect. I'm out.
We didn't do that.
He said, I say this shit around the crib all the time, and my wife rolls her eyes. And God bless the crew. Keep up the good work. The universe got big things for y'all. I just know it. P.S. I laughed so hard I almost crashed my truck when homegirl wrote in and said, dude was so fat his belly was bouncing on her back. That's crazy.
I remember reading this thing. Okay. That's crazy.
Hey, shout out to bro.
Hey, but for real though, man, like, your wife need to understand, and you need to push this through her head. She gonna be, baby, you gonna be watching this.
Yeah, she watching this. So this for you.
You need to understand, them kids not gonna be in that household forever.
Facts.
You want your man there forever though. You want that man to stand there next to you through thick and thin, sick, weakness, and y'all deathbed.
And right now, you ain't showing you got it.
You ain't showing that type of attitude to that man.
It's facts.
You can be a great mother and a great wife at the same time.
Or you can be a great mother and a terrible wife and ruin the whole situation.
Ruin the whole situation.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Or you can be a hell of a wife and a terrible mother, but obviously you're not that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kudos. You're doing your motherly duties. You're doing that. But when it's time, when your man, the man of the house, your husband, goddamn me, the one that provides it all and goddamn me, is a vital part of that engine running, if that man needs something from you, you supposed to drop everything.
That man get 4 hours of sleep and working 3 jobs.
Them kids gonna be breathing.
3 jobs.
Them kids gonna be eating wherever the hell they go. You ain't gotta worry about them kids for 3-4 hours. This man wanna step. It ain't like he wanna step out with you every day.
Right.
It ain't like he wanna step out with you every day. That's something totally different. But if he wanna step out with you 2-3 times a month, fuck the requirement. I am going to be there. That's how you need to be thinking it. I am going, whatever we got to do to make that happen, we going to do it.
Y'all need it alone time.
And you need to turn off your mother hat. Y'all kids, y'all going to grandma high, y'all going to auntie, uncle high. When you are dropped off, the moment you touch that, your ass touch that seat again, and them kids is out the car, you ain't got no kids.
It's adult time.
It's adult. Y'all ain't got no kids for them 4-5 hours that y'all gonna be at, or that whole night y'all gonna be active, or whole day y'all gonna be active, or weekend y'all gonna be. You ain't got no kids. Don't worry about them kids. You could be a great mother when you done doing what you doing with your husband. But your husband need that time. Just like on the reverse, you gonna need your time sometime. One day it's gonna pop up to where you wanna be a wife. And you gonna hear them, hey baby, don't take that shift this weekend. I'm trying to go do something.
Right.
What you think he gonna do? He not gonna take that shift. Hey man, my wife wanna step out, can somebody cover for me? And he gonna make it happen with all means. He gonna try to make it happen for you.
It's a fact.
So with you knowing that, you need to be given that same respect. If he want to see you 3 times a month on some alone time shit, yeah, because he understands the implications that's going on around him and all that shit, how hard he got to work to make this shit work and all that. I don't know where y'all living at, 170,000, the nigga taking care of business.
That's some bread right there.
Taking care of business. You know how many?
Shout out to bro.
Not a lot.
You know how many?
Not
You know how many women would,
You know, feel me?
even with him having kids with you.
Yep. They still gonna take that.
So you need to understand you hold a sensitive position, baby. And that man need to be handled in a way that you never handled. He need to be handled as if you picked up a diamond that was 50 carats. With super care, baby. And with you not doing that, I am telling you now, yeah, he might not be doing it now. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's not doing it now. But with that behavior, that makes men step out and do their thing. Especially a man making 170.
Telling you.
When I know all I got to do is just put on some clothes and get that fly whip out. Somebody going. And that's how it works. And for that man to be loyal, come home every day, you know what I'm saying? Work hard every day, sleeping 4 hours is crazy.
After working 3 jobs.
You know what I'm saying? After working 3 jobs and providing for you and all that type of shit there. If that man want to see his lady dressed up in the house, baby girl, you need to be putting that makeup on and that dress on and getting it done. And there need to be no complaining about that. Because you got to also understand on the back end, like I said, when you feel like being a lady and all that type of shit there, whenever you feel like that, when them kids are older, you're going to expect him to take a shift off. You're going to expect him to take that week off to take that family vacation, and he is going to do that, no questions asked. You know what I'm saying? So please understand what you have in your hand and don't lose something that's very important to you and how your structure work over you just wanting to be a hell of a mom. You're going to be a hell of a mom regardless if you miss a day or not. You know what I'm saying? You can miss a couple days of being a hell of a mom. Them kids is not going to hold that against you, bro. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So please, hey, girl, get to popping it off and showing that and showing out, stepping out, putting that leg out. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Walking that walk, showing off your man. Cause to be honest with you, he wanna be shown off too. Women act like men don't wanna be shown off.
That's it.
That man trying to get dressed up, I'm trying to show out with my lady. Trying to show y'all niggas, like, my lady top tier around here. She treat me like no other. And for you to not do that, bro, that's disingenuous, and honestly, that's disrespectful in y'all position, man. Especially with the lifestyle that y'all got and y'all kids gonna have for the foreseeable future. And you better hope his health don't ever fall and all that type of shit there, bro. Cause shit happens. Shit happens, bro. He not gonna be making that 170 forever. That's just, even if he making it for 30 years. 30 years is not forever. So you gotta treat it as such. Treat it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you doing, and he say he gave you the biggest ups. So you doing your job. It's just you slacking on this.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's something you should never be slacking on, because you gotta realize he was there before them kids was ever there. And he gonna be there when
After
them
they
kids
gone.
leave them when the kid leave the crib. So why you don't treat him as the most valuable piece to that chessboard? Then on top of that, your kids, and it's for everybody that's listening to this, not just y'all, but kids are a liability to y'all. They don't pay no bills. They are a bill. When you start having kids, they take away from what in your hustle, or what you could have been doing, or what you want to do, and because you got to structure life around them. And for this man to work relentlessly like that, losing sleep to make sure y'all good and y'all eating out here and everything straight. When it's time for him to be off and he want to dress up and be with you and only you, it shouldn't even be a discussion on nothing. You know what I'm saying? You should be making the moves to make them kids go away, and y'all had that time.
I just want to say, women, men need reassurance too. Like, there are a lot of men out here who really work hard to provide, protect, all the things you guys ask for. This man said he sends flowers. This man is providing for his family. This man losing sleep. This man doing everything that he's supposed to do to provide for the household. And still not disrespecting his woman, telling her all the good things that she's doing in the relationship, telling her how she's a great, teammate.
Right.
But when it comes to the aspect of you still being a wife, like, you still have that role in the household too. If I'm out all the time taking care of the kids, taking them to practice or showing up to games or just working hard and just nonstop, and I don't show you any type of effort, if I don't get the flowers, you're gonna say something.
Yep.
So it's the same thing. Men want that reciprocity, like we say all the time. Men want to feel loved. Men want to feel cared about. We don't want it or need it as much as women do. That's cool. We understand that, but we just want to see it somewhere. We need to be refilled some kind of way.
Facts.
Otherwise, he gonna look for it somewhere else. You don't want that. You don't want that small thing, even though it's small, but it's still big. Like, you taking care of everything else, but you definitely got to still take care of home too. Make sure that man is, make sure he's satisfied. And it ain't men. The funny thing about men, like, we'll talk about sex, but it ain't necessarily just sex. You know what I'm saying? You could just give a little hand job, give a little head. It ain't got to be necessarily sex. Right. We just want to feel wanted. We want to feel that you like us. Rub on me, touch on me, something. So that's what it comes down to. So just really kind of think about what you're doing. I'll say that. Think about what you're doing. And again, the kids are going to be there. Get that babysitter. Spend that time with your man. He trying to show you off. He trying to have a good time. He trying to further the relationship. And if y'all only focusing on the kids, when do y'all have time to grow?
That is a fact.
Them kids gonna come out, get out the house, and y'all not gonna know who each other are because y'all was so busy focusing on the kids. So yeah, that time with each other is definitely important. So he trying to make that time. You should applaud that, because a lot of women would beg for a man to spend some time with them alone time. Yeah. A lot of women that's writing in or leaving comments, they talk about how they men not doing that. So you got to applaud that.
You got one right there. You fumble in the back.
Come on, baby. Come on,
the
baby.
ball on the ground. Yeah. Who gonna pick it? Are you gonna get it?
Or is Keisha gonna get it?
You understand me? Cause Keisha coming from the stands right now, boy.
Hey.
You understand me?
She peeping.
You on the field.
She
and Keisha
peeping.
on the stand looking at the ball like, you ain't gonna get it?
Yeah, man. I think it boils down to, man, a lot of people get into their relationships and lose sight of what's waiting on him if it go left. Like, you got to understand the type of man you got. This man is willing to work 3 jobs, bring in $170,000 in money, be a great dad, be a great husband, all of these things to you. And all he's simply asking for is just to take your ass out and spend even more money on you. That's just honest. So, I mean, like, sometimes you got to step outside of the situation and look at it from an objective place. I understand, because when you have kids, things change. Mm-hmm. They do. They change a lot. Mm-hmm. But the thing about women is women be acting like, if they ain't there 24/7, the kids is going to die or something. Like,
that's real
it's
shit,
like,
bro.
fam, the
real
kid
shit.
is going to be okay. Your mama raised you. Mm-hmm. She know how to raise kids.
You know what I'm saying? Your sister, your brother's raising kids now. Currently. They ain't dead, ain't they?
Right.
They good, right?
So, I mean, at the end of the day, let them take care of the kids, man. But if you got to understand, like, if you neglect the relationship, what type of example are you setting for these kids that you care about so much?
Exactly, because one day you expect your kids to be married and under a functioning household.
Right. So, if
be
they...
the example.
Yeah, so if they seeing... dysfunction because of something as simple as your man just wanting you to get dressed, he want to get dressed fly, take you out somewhere nice, come back, have a little sex. Something that small, which you're gonna benefit the whole way. This is not a situation like you gotta sacrifice something that I just don't want to do. This is not that. Allow that man to do that. If that's gonna give him the gasoline that he needs to keep providing the lifestyle that y'all are getting. But again, you gotta prioritize that. And I know how it is. I got 1 kid in this hard, so I could imagine 3. But at the end of the day, the man is making enough money to be able to afford babysitters, to be able to afford, or if y'all got family situations set up to be able to take care of the kids. And it's not like, hey, baby, we're gonna disappear for a week. That ain't what he asking. Baby, let's go out for tonight, 3-4 hours. Come on back to the house, man. We can pick the kids up on the way back home. But I just want to feel like...
Nah, you can't pick the kids back up on the way back home. We can pick them up after we get doing what we got to do.
Right. Or look here. Either way. You understand me?
Hold on. I just want to shoot just a little bell.
What? What? Look, he with the panda.
I'm just thinking objectively. That's it.
Let me hear.
Because we try to be, non-biased.
I don't want to be biased.
I'm just trying to think about all situations. Not only to this particular situation, but the guy that only got sex three times out of
28 days.
So that too, okay? Yeah. What if they sex just not that good?
Ooh.
Then it's still her fault.
Because she didn't open up and say, hey,
correct,
I need this from you.
We are in a marriage with 3 kids.
Obviously, sex is good enough.
If you cannot,
not necessarily.
If we this far in terms of investment, if you can't have that conversation with me, what the hell are we doing?
Because they don't want to embarrass you. You don't want to. They don't want to
at this
have an
point,
attack on their manhood.
We 3 kids in. It ain't too much you can embarrass me with, especially with that.
The embarrassment stage is over. We done seen each other in the worst, lowest of possible positions that we could ever see.
Exactly.
A simple conversation like, hey, baby, I wish you would do this more. I wish you would do that more.
Now, if she say, you ain't deep enough, but then you make 170, you might want to look at some surgery.
Oh, my God. Surgery.
It's not your size. You just only last 3 minutes.
Oh, come on. But that's all the more reason why you should be able to create space for me to get in and do my thing.
Damn me.
If I'm gonna be 3 minutes, that ain't taking up too much time out your life.
It needs to be an efficient 3.
It's efficient. I ain't taking too much time out your schedule. You can get right back to the kids. Matter of fact, we can fix their food. It's gonna take the kids longer than 3 minutes to eat.
She didn't orgasm in those 3 minutes, and that's important.
But again, this lifestyle that I'm giving you, what I need to be getting some type of benefit from it, baby. If I'm not getting that, where am I getting the benefit?
Yeah, you're right.
And when you have to ask those questions, trouble is on the horizon. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta ask yourself, like,
They're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. She gonna turn
I think
it up.
so.
She gonna write
turn it
back.
around.
She gonna write back, and she gonna
She gonna write back and
listening
say
to
she
us.
from the ceiling with it.
She listening
You know,
to us.
I hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, them kids should be number 2 in your life. They are just as important,
like that. Yeah.
but they should be number 2 in your life.
I agree.
Facts, man.
I agree.
Because you
with that.
can't have a family with your children, bro.
I agree with that.
And vice versa. They can't have a family with you no matter how much you love them and all that type of shit. Because you never stop, I don't care less who you is. You never stop loving your kids. But eventually, they get out the house, they go get their own family, careers, and all this shit here. They want to introduce you to their significant ones and all that type of shit there. Show them that your significant one is the number one piece in your life.
They should see the example.
Everything else is second, kids included.
all right, man, we're gonna get to the last one of the day, man. It's from Marquise, Patreon.
Let's crack.
My dog ain't even got a question, man. He just sent us a video clip. He said, I need y'all input on this video. All right, man, we're gonna play this video, see what bro talking about.
Because we can start off 2023 any way we want. So why would we start it off with lies? I was told that I'm what's wrong with the black community because I support single motherhood, promote single motherhood. And as a single mother, I'd like to explain. Single motherhood is hard. You have to sacrifice your finances, your time, your energy, and everything else for your children. And if you don't have a partner, it feels like an impossible task. I was married when I had my child. So as someone who was also married, I'd like to be the first to say that marriage is also hard. Personally, I found that I was a better mother when I was no longer a wife. Wives are crying out and saying that they feel single. They feel like single people when their husbands won't give them what they need emotionally, or when they're running out doing God knows what with God knows who. And they feel like single mothers because they don't have help with childcare. They do not have help with household chores. And because Americans average about $50,000 a year, they still have to help with the finances. So when it comes down to what I promote doing whatever works best for you and your life. There are people in this world that know that they cannot be there for somebody emotionally, mentally, financially, yet we find that these same people are attaching themselves to other people. Personally, I will never promote just being married, but I will promote being in a happy, healthy, stable environment. And if you have kids, putting them in a happy, healthy, and stable environment. And unfortunately, just being married doesn't guarantee you'll have that. Being married doesn't ensure that you won't feel like a single woman or a single mother. Being married doesn't ensure that you won't be abused mentally or physically. Being married doesn't ensure that you'll have financial freedom. But what does ensure some of these things, whether you're single or married, is if you are stable mentally, financially, emotionally. If we lived in a world where the majority of people were happy, healthy, stable, financially, mentally, emotionally, then of course marriage would be key. But if marriage was so great in our present state, divorce rates wouldn't be so high. So get married to somebody stable, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. But if you are looking around you and you don't see that, I would say, don't get fucking married. A child doesn't need to be around just two people. Any two people. A child needs to be around somebody stable. Somebody that's able to provide them with love, care, compassion, respect, shelter, food, clothes, and all the other things children need. And sometimes one person does that better than two, unfortunately. As far as what's wrong with the black community, we're too worried about everybody else's community, and they can't even worry about us because they're too busy building. So if we're not going to have a conversation on how we can come together and love each other, uplift each other, build each other up, grow, and provide our children with a happy, healthy, and stable environment, then every other conversation is irrelevant. I hope this helped.
Listen, I was with her until the last part. I was all the way with him. But when you said the last part about other communities building, they don't build it alone. Other communities build it together as a tribe. So I didn't agree with that. But the other stuff, yeah, I feel it. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Some people choose the wrong partner, and they partner be shit. I remember I said it before on the part. I was having a conversation with my wife. I was baffled. When me and B was at this at the party and shit, and it was just you know what I'm saying. I was blown away that men wasn't there for their children and all that type of shit. That shit bothers me. You know what I'm saying? And she right. Some people do better being single parents. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But
with the right environment.
Yeah, with the right environment.
Yeah.
But that ain't no to me. That ain't no excuse for the other side to just be lack. Cause your baby mom's is a good mother, so you ain't gonna be there at all. You know your baby father a good father. I'ma just leave the kids with him, and I'ma go do my thing. That ain't no excuse to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but she right as far as the situation. Some people are better alone to be parents and run it and all that type of shit there. But it's a hard task. Some people built for it, some people not. Mm-hmm. Well, damn.
I get the overall message. The overall message, I respect it because, we preach a lot of the same things about choosing your right partner, making sure spiritually, emotionally, financially, like that person is ready to even take on a relationship. And not only that, but just even going beyond that. So from that aspect, I definitely agree. We got to have that just as a whole in the community because a lot of times, a lot of people get with broken people trying to fix them, or you have two broken people getting together, which is never a good thing. Somebody is not making, especially like if it's a man in a situation trying to drag along a woman and he's not making money himself. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely want to be, ideally, it makes sense to put your kids in the best situation possible, even putting yourself in the best situation possible. So I get that part. But you know what's crazy? I get that part.
We saying broken, right? But our generation is coming from a generation of dads that did that. Mm-hmm. That went worked and came home and didn't do shit at home. As far as the totality, now you did have some that wasn't like that. They came home and seen about their kids, but the majority of the field was going to work and felt like that was enough. You know what I'm saying? My woman need to have the food clean, the bed, the kids in the bed, you know what I'm saying? They homework done, all that type of shit there. And then that bred about our generation of men too. Mm-hmm. We came along doing the same thing. So are you really broken? Or is that what you taught? Like, I use that for racism. Like, you meet a racist person, like, you a racist, but that's what you was taught. You weren't born that. You only learn those behaviors. So for the dads, you know what I'm saying, that do, and the husbands that do, you know what I'm saying, work their ass off and then come home and don't do nothing daddy-wise, in my opinion. You don't do nothing daddy-wise. You just sit down, I want that shower ran, and food and all that type of shit there, and you don't help with nothing with the kids. Is he really broken? Because if that's what he learned, then that's the only skill he got. He ain't got, I got to come in and attend to these kids, make sure she's straight, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't pick up on that type of game.
True. When I'm saying broken, I'm saying, the verbal abuse.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you acting out of character, raising your voice, calling out her name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that, all because that's the stuff you saw growing up.
Yeah.
Or you had, 2, 3, 4 people that cheated on you, and now you jaded because you think in a certain way, even though you have a good person in front of you.
Yeah.
You still treat them like your past because you went through that. So I'm kind of, that's the aspect I was talking from.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I think I mean, just to say, I see what she's getting at, but it's just certain things that she said is just a red flag to me. It's like I promote single motherhood. It's like what?
Right. That's the part I agree with.
That's why I say I had some shit in there I didn't agree with.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But, at the end of the day, I think just way more focus needs to be, paid to picking the right person initially. I think people just have sex as reckless as they want to, and then when the baby comes, it's like, okay, let's scramble and make the best of a terrible situation. But right. I think we need to rewind it back to the decision making.
Absolutely.
For the baby to get here. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's not paid enough attention to, and I feel like women don't take enough accountability in that aspect. Right? Why are you having raw sex with men who you have not vetted to be a great dad? You see what I'm saying? A lot of times, just like the stats say, most of the men who are out here getting women pregnant already have kids from other women. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That's not conjecture. That's not opinion. Mm-hmm. Right? So you have a front row seat as to what type of dad this person will be. But the fact is that a lot of women don't give a damn about how good of a dad or how bad of a dad this man is from kids that are not theirs. because they feel like, well, that don't have nothing to do with
That
you.
ain't gonna happen to
When
me.
he come to me, it's gonna be different. And then he have a kid with your ass and do you the same way. And then you sit there scratching your head. I can't believe. Well, if you would have paid attention, it would make sense. You see what I'm saying? So I'm more on the lines of like just being proactive, man. Getting married before you have the kids.
Correct.
Things of this nature, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are not out there doing that. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I promote, reckless behavior and then we just make good on the back end.
Right.
No, because the kid suffers in that space. Sure, you may be an incredible mom. But if you have a son, it's just certain things that you cannot give that boy that you have. That's just what it is. If you have a daughter, it's certain things that you cannot give that daughter of yours. You could be incredible as a mom.
Right.
But having that father figure there just gives you a different perspective on life. It gives that kid, just way more of a chance to actually succeed. Like we know what the stats say for single motherhood. In terms of likelihood of going to prison, likelihood of dropping out of school, likelihood of repeating the same cycle over. Like these stats are what they are. This is not opinion, not conjecture. So we need to move a bit more diligent, a bit more careful when we out here just having kids. And the fact is that most of y'all are not having kids in marriages. Y'all not. Y'all out here having reckless sex. And then the kid is a product of it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm pregnant. I'm just gonna keep the kid. This is what it is, and blah blah blah. Make the best situation. I cannot promote that.
Right.
I'm not promoting that.
And then blame all men when your results don't come out how you want them.
Yeah,
That's messed up.
Or you don't blame nobody, or you just raise the kid to the best of your ability. And the kid grows up with a bunch of deficiencies and a bunch of mental issues that prohibits them from reaching their full potential in life. Because that's the likelihood. But people don't do that. Just like she said, well, sometimes being, a one-parent household is better than a two. I agree. Sometimes.
Right.
But give me that percentage in comparison to two parents being in the household.
Right.
Then we can have a conversation. But we can't just lean on the sometimes.
Right.
Possibly. I know somebody that
Yes.
speak to the percentage difference of success. And the percentage difference, if you don't want to speak to it, I will, is that kids raised in a single parent household, especially a single mother household, have a greater chance of being failures in life. And that's just reality. So no, I cannot promote that.
Right.
I can't. And that's my only, take on that issue, man. Vet these people properly. Stop having sex with people that you would care about having kids with.
Right.
Men too, not just women, because I don't want to make this like a women thing. Men too. Why are you having sex with women who ain't worth shit?
That's true. Very true.
Let's just call it what it is. I was up here looking at a clip earlier where a dude was putting his girl stuff outside in the rain.
I seen that.
The kids' car seats, putting it to the street. Her bags, her clothes, her shoes, putting it to the street. I can't do this no more. We living in this house. You know what I'm saying? These ain't even my kids. I took you in. I'm paying all the bills in here. You can't even come on. You can't even come home at a decent hour. You staying out all night.
No.
Your girls is enabling it. Your family is enabling it. I dealt with it as long as I could. I'm putting all your stuff out to the street.
Yep. You get enough.
So
you see that video?
It's man,
crazy,
that thing is crazy. But that is a perfect example of what I'm saying. Why are you with a woman like that for that long?
That's a fact.
Why has she been able to move in before you can figure out what type of woman she is?
And benefit from you.
Right.
It's crazy to me. But people do it every single day. And I can't shoot you no bail for that. Because those characteristics aren't just all of a sudden characteristics. It's not. If you dating her and you paying enough close enough attention, you're going to be able to see what her parenting skills is like. Man said, yeah, man, she drop her kids to her mama house 90% of the time. She don't even raise her kids. She outside at the club, this and the third. And you know what else that you know what she was doing when y'all was in the little honeymoon stage? The same fucking thing. But it didn't matter then, right? Because you just trying to get the ass. You going on dates. You having a good time. You don't even want to be around the kids anyway. We're just going to be honest. And all that was cool until she moved in with you and started doing the same damn thing. Now you acting confused. Nah, it ain't no confusion.
I don't know where this came from.
Ain't no confusion. She is who she's always been. Your ass didn't vet properly, and now you in a messed up situation. Same thing with the situation that she was describing. So, nah, I can't shoot that no bill. Y'all need to do a way better job of vetting. Y'all need to close y'all legs. Stop letting me hit raw that you ain't 100% certain this dude will be a good dad if things go left.
I just want to say this to the women, because I feel like I'm misunderstood a lot, especially the ones that be in the comments, leaving random ass comments. First of all, y'all don't know me. I don't know y'all. I'm a can of paint. But my whole thing is, one, please understand, I'm not stupid. I understand that even when you get married, there's a possibility that you could get divorced. That's understood. My only thing is, at least have a plan in place with intent to get married. Like, if you get married, have kids, it don't work out, that's cool. Most people would understand that you were married. Yeah. What comes after marriage? Kids. You get a house. You do all these things. So that's understood. My only problem has been when you make a mistake and then you repeatedly make the same mistake over and over and over and over. There's no reason, to me, using my logic, where you should have 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, and not one time you were even engaged. Right. That makes 0 sense to me. To me, I could be crazy. I don't know. It could be crazy.
You ain't crazy, because that's the same way.
That makes 0 sense to me.
They crazy.
So if you had 3 kids during a marriage, y'all end up breaking up, that's different. And when you're on a dating market, a man is going to look at that different, because your intent behind it was, hey, I was married. If you have 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies in a dating market, you're looked at completely different. Those two women are completely different, because he's like, okay, well, at least for the most part, they probably had some structure. They both had both parents in the house, yada, yada, yada. Things just didn't work out. But if it's 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, what the fuck were you doing? You were being reckless.
Like, even if it's 3 kids.
Same thing for the men.
Even if
men
it's 3 kids and one baby daddy. If you never got engaged or no type of ring, no marriage, right, bro, like what you thought y'all was building?
What was your thought process in that?
What you thought?
I'm just asking, because we understand things happen. I understand that things happen. People go through life. You can have a condom, it break. You know what I'm saying? It's many different aspects you can take.
Thought you couldn't get pregnant, which that's the lie.
You took birth control. You still got pregnant. So things happen. I understand all this shit. Again, I'm not stupid. It's just the steps before that. What the hell were you thinking? Why did you get yourself in that situation?
And don't validate it on the back end because it's your situation. Mm-hmm. That's my issue. Because you done made the mistake. But what a lot of y'all do is like she just did, right? Is say, I'm promoting this. I'm championing this. No, why are you championing this shit that should not have happened in the first place? We're not championing this. I made a mistake.
That's it.
I was wrong. Don't go this way. Go that way. That's what should be being said. Mm-hmm. But that's not what's being said. What's being said is people trying to make their situation sound better than it is, or make themselves feel better. So I ain't going to take all the way accountability. I'm going to just say, hey, this thing happened to me, and this is how I responded to it in the best fashion that I could. And hey, salute to all the moms out there doing it.
Right.
No, let's say we fucked up.
Right.
We didn't vet properly. We had babies by men who we was not certain, we was not married to, we was not certain what type of dad these men would be, or we knew what type of dad these men would be and we didn't give a damn. That's another conversation for another day. We didn't vet properly. Don't go this way. I'm not promoting this. I'm not standing by this. I made the best of a horrible situation that I created. Mm-hmm. That's what the message should be. But it's not. And that's my issue with it. You know what I'm saying? So again, on that note, man, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We appreciate everybody. Salute to Crusader Nation in the building, man. Always showing love. I know y'all gonna be watching the chat. Leaves in the chat right now if y'all watching. Look here, man. We appreciate it. Salute to the Patreon. If y'all ain't subscribed, that's patreon.com/Krew Season, man. New merch is on the way.
Love y'all.
Appreciate all the love, all the support, man. Things are elevating in an expeditious fashion, and y'all are the reason for it. You know what I'm saying? You understand me? Salute to, everybody that was, hating on us when we had 300 subscribers and 300 followers.
And reaching out now.
And trying to reach out and collab now. Want us to promote their business ventures and things of that nature. Salute to y'all too, man. Because again, I'm not a ill will person. I don't wish no bad on y'all. Even though Smooth say he be wishing on y'all downfall.
Boy, praying on you down. Lord, please take it from him.
Take it from Lord. But you know what I'm saying, me salute to all that, man, because none of that shit matter. And I just want everybody watching, everybody that done rock with us, man, to use our situation as an example, bro. It don't matter what people say. Stay diligent. Stay focused. Do what it is that you feel like, is going to win. And everybody going to jump on bandwagon on the back end of it, as y'all see. But, yeah, I mean, I think that's all I got, man. Krewseason.com for all of the merchandise. Make sure y'all tapped in. Get y'all sweaters, y'all hoodies, y'all beanies, y'all T-shirts. It's a bunch of things that's available on there, and it's a bunch of things that will be available on there. Like I say, man, my boy Kenny is at work, you know what I'm saying? But he here in spirit. He probably going to be in the chat talking shit when this is premiering. Appreciate everybody, man. Live stream Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is. Make sure y'all tapped into the live stream. That's youtube.com/Krew Season. We on live stream every Wednesday. That's 9:30-ish p.m. Central. Make sure y'all tapped in.
Every Wednesday.
See all y'all there. Every single person listening to this right now, we need to see y'all in the live stream chat. If you don't have a YouTube, create one.
Facts.
Just to come in the chat and show y'all support, man. It's free. We appreciate y'all. I think that's all I got, man. On that note, we're going to get up out of here.
Like rapping.
You say what?
I feel like rapping.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Like some Larry June.
We can't go out with no Larry.
I know.
But
I just want to rap, though. These niggas is local. Never touch the ticket. Larry, what you doing? Bitch, I'm on a mission. These niggas is emotional and they barely getting chicken. They hating. So they get to talking on the Twitter. I'm not a competition. I like money and bad bitches. Toolie with extension in the kitchen for one reason. Just in case a nigga try to jack. If the paint wet, the rims got to match. I get money and I'm never on no fuck boy shit. I get songs for the bad bitches and the real niggas. Thank God for the trap. I got rich off my life. I'm a real city nigga. Let me show you how we rock. Healthy ass nigga with a pocket full of check. Real street nigga slide around to the next. My life really him, bitch. I ain't got to flex. My life really him, bitch. I ain't got to flex. I can keep going, but it's a little
shout out to
my nigga Larry, dog.
Shout out to Larry, man. But yeah, love, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Crusader Nation, y'all know it's love, man. Like I said, man, just stay tuned. Keep on rocking with us. Keep on sharing, supporting, leaving reviews, all of that good stuff, man. Every single thing y'all do in that nature helps, man, and we appreciate the hell out of y'all.
For real.
On that note, we'll get up out of here with a record from Tink. It's called Toxic.
Come on.
We gone.
She was just there for the season.